Hello! Hello, welcome to the streams! Hello! Whoop. Hi, I'm Icarus, and these are the streams. So today we are finally back with our final Family Fantasy Funtime 14, or as we call it. This is a day where my cousin Epsilion, he's a very great guy, love him, best cuz, and I go through Final Fantasy 14 together. We've gone all the way through. We're at the Post-Stormblood, so that is the second expansion. We've gone through the main game, we've gone through Heaven's Word, and now we're in Stormblood. We're at the end of Stormblood. We completed Major Stormblood, now we're in the post game. So if anyone isn't at that point, definitely feel free to bow out. I absolutely understand. No spoilers. Totally get it. We will be talking about stuff up to that point. If anyone is beyond that point, like, Shadowbringers and Endwalker, please don't tell us things. We are trying to get there. We are making our way, but make our way downtown, walking fast, all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's where we are. All right, so let me go ahead and get on with my cuz, and we will do a recap together, because I think we all need one. It's been a little bit. Okay. Hello, cousin. Hello.
Hello.
There you are. Hold on. Let me put you on screen. Where's friends? There it is. There you are. We see you.
There's a lot of light coming on.
You fine. You look great. You look great.
You like the...
By the way, do you notice any looks? Any specific looks in any way about me? Anything?
Looks like did you get a haircut?
Yeah, I did. See,
I'm very much in need of one, as you can see.
There it is.
It's like overflowing on my headphones. Terrible. I'm gonna try and actually bring this up so I can see it better on my screen.
Nah, you good?
Oh yeah, it's a nice clean cut.
Ooh.
Oh, sharp. That's what I'm hoping to do. I need to contact my barber and see if he's cool with Saturday, meeting up this next Saturday.
Oh, you're gonna do a fade too? Like a short thing?
I'm just gonna try and do what I did at the wedding in September.
Oh, yeah.
Back to that same style, because the wife really loved that look.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Also, Glass's character, as Sasha likes to say today, so.
Aw, I like your Glass.
I mean, today I am Glass's character, as Sasha would normally say. Sorry.
No, you good.
Backwards.
Alright, so here we are.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, so we are at the Rising Sands, which is our headquarters. And
the what headquarters? Which one is this?
Rising Stones, Rising Sands.
It's the. Oh man,
it's the first ever one. Yeah, it's the first ever one.
No, the first one is the one inside of Ul'dah.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Waking Sands. This is Revenant's Toll.
This is Revenant's Toll. You're right. We aren't at the Waking Sands.
What is this called? I think this is the Rising Stones.
Yeah, you're right. It's the Rising Stones. You're
Waking Sands.
I thought we were at the Waking Sands. I thought we were there.
Yeah, I haven't been there in so long. I had to go there for a side quest thing, on accident. I went to it on accident and did it not when we were playing, but that was like maybe a couple months ago. And I was like, man, I don't remember what this looks like at all. It's so weird to come back to this.
Nostalgia.
There's 5 or 6 side quests I need to start there, and I haven't started yet, but they're mostly hard mode boss fights. I'm like, I don't.
No, we did that. No, we go.
That's not gonna. That's not gonna. Yeah, we did one. I think we did one of the 5, and I was like, yeah, that is not fun. So it's not. We don't need the drops from it. So what's the point of us doing it?
Your accolades.
I don't need Achievos.
You're not
I guess I could.
Guy.
I could collect them. I mean, some games I do. If I really like the game, or if getting the achievements is actually fulfilling, the experience of getting them, not the achievement itself is fulfilling, then I'll do it. But games are just go grind this thing to get the special badge that you did. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, I don't care about that, man. Holy crap.
That's oh my gosh. PS4 trophies is a joke to me, because most of them are it's. The bottom tier is you played the game, basically. Yeah, you turn on the game and you got a trophy. It's what the heck? And then the top tier, the highest always is you've completed you've 100% the game. And it's open world games, or games with 50,000 hours of side quests, and you have to do everything to get that.
Nah,
what the heck?
I'm good.
Or a Dark Souls, the Soulsborne games. So it's you gotta actually beat the game, and I don't know what the other criteria is though to get the platinum trophies now. But I remember they're insane. I was I think I got it.
I could not imagine Elden Rings. Holy crap!
I think I got it on Demon Souls on PS3. And that's
very nice.
The only one I think I have for the Souls games. And then I also don't own 2 or 3 on I think I have one on PS3 or 4, whatever it came out, and then I don't have 2 or 3. I have it on PC, so like, I didn't bother getting them on console.
Mm-hmm.
Although maybe now we should because of the whole. I think it's controversy. Controversy we shouldn't talk about. Whatever.
The what?
You didn't hear about they allow remote execution of code. Like a person, another player can find out what your IP is by like trying to play with you in the game.
Holy crap!
Once they find out what your IP is, they can also send remote commands to your system in game and bring up the console
remember hearing about that
and take over your computer.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, it's been a bug for years in like all of the Dark Souls. Like FromSoft just never fixes it for the PC version because they're like, it's not enough, like wide enough spread of use. It's like it's a trolling thing mostly. Well, now in like I guess Elden Ring does have it, but like they haven't gone to fix it from what I've heard. They just recommend players turn off the online play, and that technically like prevents it. But I guess the way Dark Souls, like Prepare to Die edition, the remaster, Dark Souls 2 and 3, all 4 of them, how they work for PC, they all are still able to get hacked if they at some point found out your IP. So basically, someone would just randomly pull IP address and see if you have the game open and do stuff to you. Essentially, that's the real problem. And as long as the game is on, it has that open door. There's no way of turning it off like there is at least when in Elden Ring. So they've actually turned off all online features for those games.
I do remember hearing something about that for Dark Souls.
I think it's February or March they turned it off, and so there's been like no change though, and there hasn't been like any update from FromSoft saying we're definitely going to turn it back on in state.
No, it's a good thing I'm playing Elden Ring on offline mode.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be. Yeah, you're safe.
I'm good.
I figured you wouldn't play online because you don't. I mean, we do have friends like Brombo's playing.
Oh yeah, I know that they want to. I love them, but I was like, I just want to go through it and see, and I don't want to be invaded every 5 seconds.
Yeah, do a playthrough, beat the game.
Yeah, maybe on a new game, sure. But...
Like 2024, you can do a new game. And
yes.
Get someone to come do a co-op with you and maybe get invaded for funds.
Okay, so back to this multiplayer game that isn't invaded.
The one that we haven't played in 3 weeks. I've totally forgotten.
That's weird.
There are definitely rings in this, and there are elders. And wait, that's not what Elden is though. That's a different thing. But
why is the combat so stagnant? What's going on here?
Yeah, this is supposed to be real time action, right?
That's weird. Yeah, I feel like is the lag that bad?
Where's my mount? I don't have a mount.
Torrent, where are you? My sweet boy.
Yeah. I need my was it spectral whistle? What is it?
The ring thing. Yeah, it's like a ring and you like whistle through it.
It's a spectral steeds. I think it's called the spectral whistle or whatever too. I might be wrong.
Okay. But yeah, so we're out here.
We played a game in this like
we played this.
We played video games. Yeah, but like I think it was like maybe 3 weeks ago we played this last.
I checked. It was the 20th, I believe, of March.
20th of February of March. Okay, yeah, not February. That would be awesome.
No, gosh, no, we're beyond that.
Well, that's basically 3 weeks because that's 3 weeks.
Yeah,
okay,
3 weeks.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I've literally forgotten everything we did.
All right, so I remember some of it.
We're in the in-between. I know that much.
Yes, we're post-Stormblood, and we have, once again, liberated Doma and Alamigo from the Empire, so whoopee, they're free. The last thing that happened was, though, the Empire sent... Okay, so, big spoilers, once again, if you're not here. The son of the Emperor, who we thought we killed, and we had the body for, is alive. Maybe.
Yes, I do remember that.
And his body's gone.
Well, yeah, his body's gone. And he is up and moving, and his dad is aware, and most of the people in the Garlean Empire are aware, and they just believe he's been resurrected. Well, okay, the dad is at least, the Emperor is at least playing along, if not, like I don't, the way his interactions were, I did not get the feeling that he was 100% in on it being his son, but the rest of the people in Garlia, how do you say that? It's the Garlean Empire.
Garlean, yeah.
Yeah, they all seem to believe, yes, the son of the Emperor is an immortal who was come back and everything's fine. But the heroes group, I think it was it
Thancred definitely suggested it.
Thancred suggested that there's Asians at play here. They're puppeting his body and or just made a like a physical representation that looks very much like him and are pretending to be him. But with the body missing, it's hard to tell what's happening so far.
Yeah, so we're like
our perspective.
So what happened last time was that like he set up a plan, whoever this guy is, to have the ex-viceroy lady, who's the Step On Me mommy, the one I used for the Twitter post today, by the way. I don't know why I just found this. I was like, oh, okay. She had lost her memories and had actually lived, and he used her brother and her parents to like trigger her back into her sadistic state. Yes, her adopted parents.
His actual
brother.
parents, her adopted parents, her adopted brother. Yeah.
Yes, and he shocked her back into her sadistic state. She, surprised, the Empire underneath that dude who was supposed to be an emissary, brought a bunch of crystals and did a summoning. So we had a primal, and she became the primal. You know, the whole Shiva situation with that. God rest her soul. And she was beaten by us, but with her last breath, she killed her adopted brother, and she died too. So now that whole thing's gone. Like, that's done. That whole plot element is done. So
yeah, they pretty thoroughly wrapped up.
Oh yeah.
That family, and they killed the loose end on Doma potentially rejoining the Empire. It seems. I guess there could be like, what are they called?
Well, on
conscripts.
Moving to that note. Our sweet boy, there you go. Our sweet boy, I was piggybacking. Our sweet boy, Alphino, after that was done, said, well, you know what? I'm going to use good old diplomacy and my high charisma and wisdom and intellect to go into Jogarlians, walk straight into the motherland of the enemy, and I'm going to have a stern talking to with that emperor. So he's in there now, alone. His sister didn't even go with him.
I don't recall it quite being like that. I feel like it was more of an espionage. It was more of an espionage thing. I mean, he's a loudmouth little idiot, so he's probably going to get himself caught.
I love him, but he's naive as crap.
But the plan was for him to be discreet, just kind of sneak in and find out what's going on around without actually giving himself away. I only remember that because we made a joke about how they had that room with everybody in it talking about doing this plan, and what's the shinobi girl's name? Kirugi?
Kirugi, yeah, something like that. Kirigiri. Yeah, Kirigiri or something like that.
She's right there in front of him, like the most prepared person to be a stealthy sneaker and figure out what's going on. Is right there next to him talking to us and does not even offer to go along or anything. I guess Doma needs her because now it's just her and Hien and oh my gosh, what's his name? Kosetsu is now retired. And
he's wandering the land and doing pilgrimage.
He's freely wandering the land, probably helping people still, knowing him, but he's no longer part of the party, the like leadership.
He's no longer a retainer, of the Emperor.
Yeah, he's no longer a retainer.
He's been released.
He's no longer part of the retainer of the Emperor.
So so now we're just kind of kicking back at our main hub and gonna take some R&R, which will last all of like 5 minutes before something else goes wrong.
I suppose like R&R is still valid if it's like a simple fetch quest. Go somewhere and grab this thing, and there's no like anxiety about it. It's still R&R compared to like fight a god tier monster man like that. That doesn't.
But it's gonna last like 5 minutes before we have a situation. Of course.
It'll probably. I think we're moving to the point where I think we're moving to the point where sorry.
We're moving towards Shadowbringer. I swear.
Yeah, we're moving towards Shadowbringer. That is where we are. We're going. But I was gonna say we're moving to the point where like fetch quests are gonna start turning into just go refight this primal fight. Like it's just like primal fights are so common now. You might as well just go do one as a in between like relaxing mission or something. Like no, that's not that relaxing. It's still a raid, still
So I've looked by the way, and we're still like 11 quests or so away from Shadowbringers, but we're closing in. We're almost there. And then I am dude. Shadowbringers was so hyped years ago when I heard about it, and now we're almost here. I'm like, this had better like floor me. I swear. I've heard it's incredible, so... Okay. Alright, so, we're gonna claim this table? Is that where you are?
Wait, hold on 1 second. I just noticed something.
What'd you notice?
In my hotbar, I have an Aether Compass, and it now says this item has been moved to your collection.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Did yours do that? What does that mean?
Yeah, I did. I don't know what that means. I guess we can't...
Is it because we're inside, maybe? We're not allowed to use it.
Did they redo it? I remember seeing it like that a while back.
I didn't read I didn't read anything about Aether Compass changing. I completely forgot about that. That was the thing.
I think it happened a while ago, but I can't remember.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just noticed that now. I'm like alarmed that I have to like go figure out how to use Aether Compass again.
Are we ever actually gonna go do that?
Like, I need to go do it because I need to be able to fly. It's so annoying.
You can warp. Right. Just warp. You have money to spare.
I'm at the table now.
All right. Pause spinning table. The cutscenes will play in sync. Oh man.
Yeah, movie time. Yeah.
Oh god. Everybody says sufficient time.
Well, okay, everybody, enjoy.
Well, here we go. It was a good thing we stopped when we did.
Yeah.
Grab your popcorn, everyone. Here we go. It's not my voice.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Can you? Well, interesting. Oh, sorry. Interesting, right? Sorry, that's
Yep. She's a robot. Flying robot.
Tsukiyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo via the medium of a sacred relic.
That's right. They believe their gods or kami reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics, but if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea. And I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea?
Have fun with the voice acting here, Epsilion.
Yeah, it's all me today. It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. No, now we're going to transition to a scene where it's all your characters.
Ooh, woo!
No. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Zenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Zenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Amigan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scrawl was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like the corpse was already missing. Assuming Zenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it.
Wouldn't they, while they were moving the body, he said that it got removed beforehand, wouldn't it be lighter? Wouldn't you notice that? He was a pretty big dude.
Well, if they didn't exhume the actual grave, like you're assuming there's a coffin he's buried in or something?
Yeah, no, you're right. I guess he was just
like if they didn't even dig it up, they just removed the scratch marks. You know, the scrawl on the grave marker that was supposed to be a unmarked grave. Then,
was he in a coffin? Was he in a coffin, or was he just in the grave? I can't remember.
But they said that when whoever they found the tombstone had been marked, right? Like the marker was supposed to be unnamed on it. Was someone marked on it and gave away that it was him? And when they found that, Lise told them, "Hey, you need to remove that." So then they removed it. But when they removed it, no one checked the grave at all. No one even dug him up or checked the coffin or anything at that point.
Oh, it was okay. I see.
So yeah, so it's very possible that what they're saying is that someone dug him out, made it look like they didn't do it at all, and then marked the grave to try and, I guess, throw off the scent of maybe someone else, maybe some vengeful Amigan just went and marked it. Like, this is where we should hate this guy at or something, potentially, right? So it's not that.
Lise, I love you. Why didn't you check the grave? Like, it was marked.
Yeah, they should have checked the grave when they went to go check for whoever marked it. So whoever realized that he was there, marked it, put his name basically on the grave, like give away that it was him. They should have checked that the contents were still safe, but that's what I think they're saying. No one bothered.
Right, Epsilion, there's one more thing we have to say. We know it's definitely someone else in his body. We know where Xenos is. He is alive. Remember, he was in that other guy's body. Remember one of the Empire men. Remember the dude came up and was like, "What are you doing?" And he turned around and just killed him with the blade.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's not his body, it's his mind, right? It's his.
Yes, his mind. His consciousness is in there.
Yeah. Xenos' consciousness in another man's body, and he's taking back up the same thing he was doing before in a new. That's right. So like,
basically, he said like, "I don't care where I am, just let me kill people. I just love killing."
He just loves killing. But yeah, that really leads credence to the Ascians having taken over him.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this time they learned their lesson that they, what they did with Thancred, and now they've kicked him out entirely so they can fully control the body while he's forced to go. I mean, I don't know. What does that mean they did with the guy he's inside of now, though?
I guess that dude's freaking screwed because it's like, I'm still in here. Shut up. Like Xenos is just like, you don't exist here.
Yeah,
this is my real estate.
Fighting,
it's free real estate. I live here. It's free real estate. Oh, good God.
So, did I finish Thancred's line?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Side nod.
If Alisaie was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian and proceed accordingly.
So, by the way, anyone who doesn't know, Ascians are basically demons. Like, for all intents and purposes. They're eternal beings that possess bodies and have a nasty, like, our dark lord will rise kind of thing. Yeah,
they serve a great, like, dark god-like creature, some kind of higher power, and they have personalities. They are individuals, but they have no body, physical form, and they typically manifest in this world as like possession of some other body or like some kind of like spiritual like being
or as the standard Nomura black cloak, basically.
Yeah, that's how they physically represented, but I think often when we see that, that's actually a person they're possessing.
Maybe.
Like,
or if nothing else, just like, I'm the shadow behind you, listen to my whispers.
When they're like the fully cloaked shadow being, and they have the red mask and that's it, I think that's like their spiritual state. You can see them like that. And then when they like project the red mask over a person's face, that's them with Thancred. That's them possessing for sure. And then sometimes they'll put the black cloak on while they're in someone's body and be able to reveal themselves as that person or whatever. But that's just their look they want to keep, I guess, in their physical forms as well.
Yeah, I'm overlapping here. You see me. I'm overlapping.
Yeah, they're pretty similar aesthetics. I can't blame you for kind of blending.
I mean, it's both square. Speaking of which, I will talk about that soon.
Okay. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino and Garlemald?
I'm skipping to Garlemald.
Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risk. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation.
I think you did, buddy. There's one of them. You underestimated it.
We're doing the somewhere out there transition?
Somewhere out there.
Right. Meanwhile, an Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft at 4025? Yeah, 4025.
We're evil.
Man, the Garlean equipment looks so cool.
No, we're stormtroopers. We're stormtroopers on the Death Star, basically.
Oh yeah, this guy. So he's in on it, right? Yeah, Maxima.
Yeah, but he's like a good guy.
Yeah, he's defecting because he didn't like the. Well, he never really liked the Emperor's son. It seemed like Xenos. He never was really a fan of him. And then also he knows that he's a fake because of the conversation. He was there for that conversation, so he's pretty much on our side. It seems. At least if he's not, he's playing a double.
Yeah, either he's playing double or he's like, he's like Alfredo. I believe diplomacy can solve this problem. It's
or at least figure out what's happening, and then he can take advantage afterwards. But am I a Maxima or are you Maxima?
I think you were Maxima because I was little like.
Oh yeah,
brother.
Yeah, you were Aussie. Yeah. So what should I do for Max? I forgot already.
I don't remember. What was he? I think it was pretty cool, like pretty okay, like nothing
Okay.
crazy. I think is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get at there.
Yeah. Master Alphino, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss?
Nay, it is just I can see naught from my cabin. I was curious to know the land over which we flew.
My gosh.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure you're not taking me to a trap or anything. I just like to look around.
Ah, I am afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted and not with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth.
Malms and malms.
Yeah.
That
Spicy
means miles. They made their own thing.
It's just miles.
I've read something of the burn. I've read about that. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Because of you, monsters.
No, isn't that where that's where the desolation happened, right?
Oh shoot, is it?
Yeah, isn't that where the sixth umbral era ended or whatever?
Oh, is that where the big crater is? The freaking
yeah. Well, I think that's
their grandfather freaking sacrificed
Is that
himself?
the burn? I can't remember now if that's the burn.
It's been so long since we talked about that part.
I think that's called something else.
Maybe it's like the area around it.
I think the burn happened in the same war though. That's where the dragons and the Garleans fought directly. I think.
You mean the alien dragons?
They're still just dragons. All dragons in this game are aliens.
But the aliens,
yes,
right?
Aliens. They're all aliens. There's no local dragons mixed with the alien population. They're all just dragons. There's no distinction, is all I'm saying.
It's so weird.
Aye. It is believed that a succession of Akon's summonings was responsible. Yes, that's where they summon all the Akons to fight the dragons and fight the Garleans at the same time.
What if we use nukes against their nukes?
Yeah, it's definitely allegory. They're definitely saying, oh, we have these like evil Nazi dudes who are coming to fight us. What if we just use the biggest weapon we have to kill them? Which is literally just summon gods, summon godlike beings to.
You ever played Smite? It's kind of like that. Here we go.
Except for when Emperor Solus first came to Othard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled to the scale of the devastation. He declared Icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering eradication of all such entities.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, they're pretty much blights. Even we agree with that.
Yeah.
That's like our whole job.
Uh-oh.
Report!
Report!
We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor, no visible designation.
What do you mean?
Sid?
Magitech? But who? Why would... Oh, is it Sid?
I'm just gonna call it because the only person who makes sense for have Magitech equipment and attack them. All cannons, return fire. Damage report.
Beep boop boop.
You heard him. Get up there and do it. No, sir. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir.
Damn it! They knew exactly what to hit us. All hands, brace for impact.
I was
so
about
it's
to say,
someone.
When we
someone
fight
who
the
knows...
Empire, we have to go through 15 million indirect ways to bring a ship down, and then we got hit twice.
Someone who knows exactly how Garlean ships work very well. Who could that possibly be? I'm gonna get either Sid or Nero.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if it's working Nero?
Nero's now working for Sid, so it's still Sid technically, right?
He's working in tandem with Sid.
He works for the Ironworks now.
Yeah, but can we ever trust Nero to like work with someone?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it more
I'm
like...
pretty sure in Shadowbringers Nero is actually a hero now. I think they 180'd his character. I'm like, I have nothing to go off of that. It's just my suspicion they're gonna do that with him.
You're up.
Right.
Oh, hello.
Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged. The ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can.
Oh my.
Alright, part of that makes me feel like that was staged.
Am I a pirate?
He's like, all I remember is you smacked me across the head before I fell to the ground. Like,
Duty? Oh, come on.
not right now. Oh, you mean in the game? Okay, I thought you.
Gosh
you had to,
dang it.
I think you had to step away from the camera for a second.
Epsilion, we have to... Wait, what?
What?
Epsilion, did you say yes?
Yeah, I did. Oh, interesting.
What in the crap? What am I, a summoner?
You
What is
fight-
he again?
Yeah, he's a summoner. I actually have
What is
summoned
this
another
stuff?
account.
Ruin,
Master
damage,
outfit. I don't know all these abilities.
returns,
Oh my.
potency, and target all enemies nearby it. Okay, I kind of get it. Alright, good enough, I guess. We fight his little Alfino! Look at our boy!
I don't want to do this. What do we need to do? I didn't
Oh,
read
call
that.
up, Uncle! Just,
Master
destroy the
Outfit,
wreckage.
might I ask you to search for survivors? I will see our injured helmsman. See to our injured helmsman. Search the
You
wreckage.
know, I actually kind of like this. I think this is kind of cool. Getting to see, like, other characters and, like, their perspective. And, like, actually putting you behind it.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Because, you know, that's,
I mean,
that's the strength of
I feel
video
like they
game,
should
is you
do
get to
that.
play it
I feel
out.
like they should do that early on in the game, and then you get to experience all the classes early on by doing this.
That would be cool.
Every class that you didn't play as and choose to play as. Wow, that is really weird how you blow up a piece of equipment and get to find someone. At least this is good because it's more tutorial. Like there's no
Prince Wish is not alive. The prince.
Pressure.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I would have made it. Yes, you very likely saved his life. The question of who would try to... Oh! Now I'm in combat. Okay, you're in combat too. So.
Yeah.
The prince.
Oh, wow. I think it was kind of strong. Ain't too bad. Go, my boy.
Interesting. Oh, how do you... Oh, you can't cast and move at the same time. I forgot. It's been too long since I tried to do this.
You're not... Alfino, you're not a dancer.
How do I self-heal?
Don't click anything and then cast heal. Like
Actually,
make sure you don't have anyone targeted.
Okay, yeah, it works. Thank you.
Don't you worry, I know how to heal. Don't you worry. That's
I
the
guess
one
you
thing
would you would need to know how to self-heal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but usually I don't do it that way. I just click on my name because that's all I'm doing is click on the name. So I just click on mine. If I'm by myself, sure, but I usually play dancer when I'm by myself. So goodbye, Carbuncle.
What's really weird here is I still have all of my spell bars, my skill bars and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like seeing my stuff. I'm like, that's not. He can't do that. That's definitely a dragoon ability.
Oh man.
I gotta heal myself. I'm actually getting close to death. He has a lot of health, actually. Oh, you're ahead of me. I'm still fighting, so I was like kind of messing around with the abilities and other stuff.
And it was like, what's this? What is happening? I'll wait till you catch up. Keep going. I'm gonna go get my phone. I left it away from me. Everyone, cheer Epsilion on! Hooray! Go Epsilion! Be the posh boy.
Thanks everybody for supporting me.
Why are you over here?
It's like a spirit bomb or something.
Why are you over here? Why are you over here, sweet phone?
I don't think he knows how loud he is.
You must connect me to the
we all
world.
hear him so easily.
What?
What?
What? I heard you
That's- I don't
talking.
think
What'd
you-
you say?
I don't think you realize how loud you are. We can hear you like you're still on the microphone normal.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I never
sorry,
left. See?
Yeah,
My
when you go to the
presence.
kitchen, when you go to the kitchen to make your like spaghetti and stuff, we can hear you like stirring the pot. Even it's pretty loud.
I clipped that Halloween Town thing I did, and I want to put a clip thing with that.
I don't.
Remember?
Halloween Town? Oh yeah, yeah. Did I? Oh, did you clip that or I clipped that?
I clipped that one. I grabbed
Okay.
it from the thing.
I know.
went
I
in.
know you did something away from the computer one time. And I thought it was really funny. I don't know what it was now though.
I gotta put those clips together at some point. I have them all.
Alright.
I'm lazy. Are you there?
Yeah. Now I'm caught up with you.
Confound it! Not here. Not like this. I won't die in the desert. On a horse with no name. Oh, jeez.
Oh, cool. A gunman. Because that's a thing now.
Oh,
Is it a gunbreaker? It's a gunbreaker. Right?
Gunbreaker.
Yep, it's a gunbreaker.
Hello.
He's a Garlean. What? Who in the Emperor's name?
Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait, even though I think it's proper manners.
You are calm in a crisis, Master Alfino. Let us finish this then.
I've had a tussle or two in my time. Oh god, is Alfino the tough one here? Holy
I
crap.
don't think so, but maybe.
That would be
This guy
awful.
might be the tough one.
Yeah, please be the tough one. I love Alfino. I love my sweet boy, but he is not. He is not. He is not.
Please let his name be Squall. I'm just kidding.
Please. I think you overdid it, Squall.
Why is my game totally black? What's happening? There we
I
go.
think it's loading.
It took a long
Loading.
time. Oh no. I don't want to heal him. I want to damage him. Damage
I
him.
wish to damage
him.
the person.
Damage him. Damage him. Damage him. Oh, these things are weak. Weak sauce.
Your weak sauce.
Just spam one.
Spam one. That's what I do. But this is doing damage. It's not healing. That's weird. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, you spam 2 to heal. You spam 1 to do damage and kill things.
That's too I can't. As a caster,
Hit 3
I'm
to
not,
put a effect on him.
I don't know, man. That's a little hard for me. I'm not used to that.
To put an effect on them?
No. Pressing 1 to damage and 2 to heal? That's weird. The correct way is 1 to heal and 2 to heal more. And 3 to heal everything.
What casts rock for you normally?
I have to click it.
Ah.
Because I barely use it.
Okay, well then take the 1 off your hotbar, put the heal on there, and you'll go mark you're at home.
And make it harder on yourself. Make it comfortable.
What in the?
They've got chains of deceit.
Yeah. A child's trick.
I'm a blind. Blinded. Blinded by the light.
This is taking forever.
Like a deuce in the thunder of the night.
It's not Deuce. Wait, it is Deuce.
Is it?
You actually said it right. Yeah, it's Deuce.
That's freaking weird.
It doesn't sound like it in the Manfred Mann, here's his name, version. But he's from South Africa, so his accent's a little hard to understand what he's trying to say properly, I guess. I knew that Bruce Springsteen made a joke about that. What it sounds like he's saying.
I have Limit Break. Starstorm!
What does that do?
I'm gonna do it. I don't know. Here we go!
I don't have Limit Break. I do have it, but how do I use?
Oh, it's PK Starstorm!
How do you use Limit Break?
It's the sword and it's a sword's.
Yeah,
awesome.
but my button's not enabled, so like I have the bar full. Yeah, my button won't work.
Did you break the chains? I had to wait until the chains were broken.
Yeah, the chains are broken. I'm already done with the duty.
Oh, that's
But
weird.
my Limit Break's been full, but I never had access to the ability.
After you clicked it, did you put it on the ground? Because you have to target it.
Oh, maybe that was. I didn't know. Mine doesn't do that. That's probably what it was. With the Dragoon, it just triggers an attack whoever you have targeted, and it's usually like a medium range attack too, which is crazy. Like it feels like you're like doing like a. I guess probably like what the archer's range normally is.
Well, your shot put.
I mean, you're just like choosing a gigantic javelin, basically.
My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely.
Now I'm gonna kill you too.
Did you see my final smash? Hello, I am a child.
All right.
I mean, you can be him.
Okay.
He's cool. He's grizzled. I can't do that.
Well. I did not think to meet an Eorzea in this place, let alone a Scion. Why is his gun sword just floating behind him?
Because they never touched their backs.
Do you see how bad? No, look at the stats. Look fine. They did not do that model very well.
You know of me, sir, and you can levitate your blade. I thought Guardians didn't have magic.
I have some small history with your order. That's not good. He probably knows his grandpa. If that's
you know Gramps?
But I would speak on the present. Know of your assailants and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard.
And I could venture to guess their motive, but you have yet to have it. But you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. You not tell us who you are. I want to one-up you first. Prove my dominance before we go further in conversation. You're very forthright. I like being honest.
Our names are not yours if they're asking. And as for our purpose, let this be your answer.
Oh, there goes one piece of leverage. Whee!
It's a bomb.
Boom. An Asian mask. That's what they look like? What?
Yeah. Well, the physical part.
Oh, I've never really looked at it. The red thing
The red
was
glow.
always in front, so I can't tell.
Yeah, the ethereal part of it is pretty prominent. But I do remember seeing the mask before.
It's kind of derp looking, doesn't it? Like
it looks kind of like a gorilla's face or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a monkey look to it.
fangs.
It's
It's like a vampire gorilla.
Yeah, the fangs, and then the way the nose is like, it has like high
Mhm.
slits or whatever. It almost looks like on the side. Even though I guess it could just be like indentions or something for the ridge. I don't know, it's weird. And the brow is so furrowed. It looks like a large primate's, not a human, but a gorilla.
Donkey Kong's face.
Yeah, DK. It's a vampire DK.
Suck your blood.
The face of our prey.
Oh. I am also a child.
I think she's a girl. She's just like a normal height human girl. He's a Garland, so usually a bit taller.
We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now.
We must away. To Sage-Loft.
Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard.
Indeed. We accept your gracious offer. May you have your name? I need your leverage. Say it with a straight face. Do it.
I can't do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right, which one do you think he is? Do you think he seems pretty good so far? He might be a Gregory or Franklin maybe.
Shadowhunter will suffice for the present.
Oh my gosh, he's so cool. God, what a great name. Ah. That's what
Cool.
every middle schooler thinks as they say it, as they see
Yeah,
the
this
scene.
is so edgy, like cringe, edgy middle school. I mean, he was kind of cool until he did that, honestly. But once he said that, I was like, I don't even like. Oh, this is alright. I'm enjoying this.
The
This is
second
good,
I
good
saw the
writing.
ning, I was like, oh, I'm silly. I'm
Look
not
at all the
gonna
assy
like
mask he
this.
has. That's not good. That's not good. I don't like that.
That's kind
It
of
could
cool,
be-
though.
It could be good, it could be bad, I guess. But the way they're doing the ominous music makes me feel like something that's nefarious about
Yeah,
this.
see, those masks are cool. Oh, that zoom in was fun.
That's kind of weird transition for them.
Ooh.
But he had 6 masks in total on him. And he gave 1 to Alfino.
I'm just thinking of my brother. I'm sorry. It's a twin bond thing.
This is intolerable, but as much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alfino now but pray for his
Or
success.
you could have gone with him. I just wish I could have been there. You could have. No, you were there. No one saw. Thancred wasn't there. Thancred couldn't be there. Ishola wasn't there. We are the Warrior of Light. We can't be there. I get it.
Well,
You were there. You could have just said,
Alisaie-
I'm going with you.
Alisaie did do that, remember? And then he was like, no, I'm doing this on my own. And she was like, okay, I guess I'll
Since
let you.
when
it's
you
fine."
listened to your brother?
I mean, he was being like very obstinate about it. That's that. I don't know. That's Alfino.
Well, that's not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces.
You know, an actual stealth type guy going in and doing the actual work.
Yeah, he's also stealthy, rogue type.
Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken.
Or you could have just gone with your. You know what?
Forgive me, Alisaie, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. If it is safer that I go alone.
If only there was a way I could have gone where stealth wasn't like a big issue. Whatever.
I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me.
She did actually sneak really well for a while. Remember, she was like spying on us when we
Yeah,
were doing
she's
stuff
alright.
with can't remember her name. That bee.
Oh.
What was her name? Remember Alisaie was watching us the whole time. We thought it might be Thancred, but it was her.
Shoot. It started with an I. Crap. What is her actual name? She was a cool character too. She was.
I can only think of
cool.
I can only think of the primal that she became now, which is
Yeah.
Sheva, but that's not who she is. She's Shiva.
I don't remember.
It starts with an I though. You're right. I don't remember her name now. But it's been too long.
Rest in peace. Don't know her name. All right. So, question: do we want to be like, I think we can handle it. I'm not doing this, or do we want to be like?
I like the first option for real, but the second option is what's gonna happen. So, what do you want to do? Which
I
one
don't
do you
know.
want?
Which one do you want?
I want to answer the top one and hope I don't have to do this stupid mission.
Do it. I'll do the bottom. We'll see what happens. You know what's gonna happen. I'll go with him.
For me, Alisaie says, "Not you too."
Oh, for mine, she says.
And how exactly would I'm sorry. And how exactly would that be any better?
I can literally respec as a rogue right now. I could literally do it in like 10 minutes.
I mean, who's to say that Alisaie can't respec also? I mean, we're
Warrior of Light. We're the Jack of all trades. We're the wild card persona.
Right, so mine it actually continues differently. Mine says, "I understand your frustration, Alisaie, but insert name here has the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter." Give me 1 second. You want me to finish mine, or do you want me to read your dialogue?
Is this what yours says?
No, it's not the same yet. When I advance it, Alisaie responds to Ishola.
Okay, you do.
Finish mine out, maybe.
Yeah, finish yours out. Yeah.
All right. Alisaie says, "Fine. Just promise you'll be careful."
All right. What is he? What is? Yeah, you go ahead and read Thancred on mine.
So Thancred says, "I must refuse your company as well, my friend. Formidable though you are, the success of my mission depends on moving unnoticed. And lest you forget, you have grown rather famous. I trust you understand."
It's called glamour.
Yeah, well, it's not Fable. We can't like totally change what we look like. We can't change our clothing.
Oh, but we can. Bunny girl time.
Oh, that glamour. I guess that is true.
But that's not
now. Now Alisaie says, "Fine. Just promise you'll be careful."
Nod. Also, they could have used the excuse of, "Wait, I want to," like, we used to, like, we're like, "I want to go," but they're like, "And if a primal shows up, because that's a good point. Like, we have to be at the ready. We're one of the only ones who can actually fight.
What if the primal shows up where Thancred's going?
Well, he can run and come get us.
I guess that's true.
But if it shows up where we are, it's like
use the. Wait, doesn't he and Ishtola have like a Aetheral connection now? Or
he's something like that. He has ways.
Don't all of the original Scions now have like a, except for Alisaie doesn't count because she's not one of their Scion members of that group. Like everyone basically that's not.
Well, we do have this mystical connection that we use to speak called Link Pearls. I know it's easy to remember. I know it's easier to forget.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know it's easy to forget because the adventure forgets that they're there half the time. Well, we have to go in person to say everything.
Link Pearls are actually technology though, and they can be intercepted. Even the Garleans have Link Pearls. The Aetherworld network thing can't be. It's like
just get Old Man Sid to recalibrate them. You know
I don't know how that works in the game.
Get Nero to hell. He knows how the Empire's transmissions work.
But the point is that like the Aetherworld connections, even like the Guardians definitely can't use them at all. Like they have no way of interacting with the Aether, so that makes it much better for everyone else in Eorzea. And then like not even everyone in Eorzea knows how to use them or could be able to like tap in and use it. So it's actually better for the Scions to use that for.
I'm just mad we don't use Link Pearls ever.
I mean, even in 11, I don't remember the story really relying on that much. It was mostly in the game. It was mostly just that's what they referred to the in-game chat as, like the communication between clans and like, or not clans or guilds. I think
guilds.
I remember the name. I think it was guilds though.
All right.
But yeah, all right. Talk to Alisaie.
Alisaie.
What did Alisaie say? It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid.
Bid.
We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I've learned aught of consequence.
Very soft. Do you want to feel?
That's weird fetish stuff I'm not interested in talking about. Okay. See that you notify me to. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldernod vessel to bear with me thither. But I shall return if I am needed.
She really does talk like a robot. Like, she straight up, that's not even like a joke at this point.
I mean, I feel like my delivery is really making it worse than it is, but like, yeah, she definitely...
Deliver me thither.
Yeah, her speech patterns are kind of, I don't know, they sound like old English, but like, they would be perfect lines for C-3PO, like, what's his name? What's the guy who does his name?
I don't know. You know actors.
I can't remember the voice actor's name now. It's not coming to me. But C-3PO's actor would deliver those perfectly, like in that style. Anyway, yeah. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area. Insert name here. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alfino to share.
Yeah.
Because they're twin link. Like, how is she gonna? Oh, we got the ponder emote.
Goodbye, friends. You learned ponder. Yeah, I know. Why would you? Yeah. I don't know why it popped up like that. Like, you learned ponder. It's like, yeah, we get emotes all the time.
But Otome can only know 4 moves. Which move are you willing to lose?
Haha, we didn't do that crap when we did our campaign. Screw that crap. Freaking Pokemon can learn so much more.
Yeah, they don't do it in the show, so, or like anything else other than...
Actually, with the show, they've been doing better with it. They actually do keep them to 4. I have been paying attention to that.
Oh, I don't follow. I stopped, like, caring...
I've only seen bits and pieces.
Probably after the Orange Island arc, actually, where I stopped.
I really look because sometimes they do nostalgia stuff, and also the battles look great. Look, say what you want. The battles look so freaking good in the anime.
They've made them a lot better. Yeah, the quality, like the action and the special effects all look a lot better now.
They honestly look better than a lot of actual, like, nowadays anime looking.
Sasha watched it up to like black and white, I think, or like maybe it was whatever. What was the 6th gen called?
X and Y
TV show. Was it just called? And that's what the games are called. But what was the 6th gen TV show called?
Was that the one with the Astra Ninja?
Yeah, I think
the one where like they do the fusion thing, which is awesome, and then they didn't do it again. Which sucks.
The mind meld.
Yeah, which is freaking awesome, and touches on our campaign. Rip.
Reminds me of Digimon season 4.
Reminds me of our campaign, Stargate.
Or season 3. I guess it's really season 3 actually. The end of season 3 they did that. Digimon. Anyway, what was I trying to do just now?
Should talk to Alisaie.
Oh, I want to look at the emote thing.
Oh, you wanted to do the ponder?
Yeah, I want to look at ponder. What it looks like.
I'll look at ponder. I'll ponder for a moment. Where's a ponder? Where is it?
It's on my face.
Oh, that's so cute. It looks like so concerned.
I would make that a face on my reaction, but it's so subtly we'll never notice it at a distance.
Anyway. I looked. Okay, so I misread Simper as something else, and I can't say it on Twitch. As I was looking through to find ponder.
I feel like you just said it even though you didn't intend to say it.
I said Simper. I said a different word,
that
Twitch.
Still has the word in it.
I said a different word, Twitch. You're gonna ban me for saying part of a word?
It's just like in Dark Souls or the Soulsborne games, you can't use the name Knight because it has 3 letters in a sequence. It's so stupid.
Let's talk to Alisaie.
It's so stupid. Makes me so mad.
Sisterly act with her link pearl. Aww.
Or is that a reference to the Whoopi Goldberg movies? Oh my gosh. Sister Act? Okay.
I don't know what those.
They're pretty good. I'm surprised your dad didn't make my dad made me watch that. Like didn't make we watched it, was on like HBO or something. I figured your dad would liked it too. Anyway. Maybe. Insert name here. If you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Well, we give like no time at all. But
you're supposed to go do stuff.
Everything is exactly as it was. Istola is still investigating Primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alfino is still out there somewhere. Oh wow, they actually did it.
And they're brother and sister. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wait. Well, they weren't.
That wasn't brother and sister. Weren't they like lovers? And
No, well, no,
Travel Goes West.
No, it was in the original, and it was the
Oh,
brother
yeah,
and
you're
sister
right.
to each other.
Okay,
The actual
okay.
music video is lovers though, which makes it
Okay.
very uncomfortable.
That's what I remembered. Okay, yeah.
I watched the soundtrack on that recently.
Man,
It's a good movie, by the way.
I feel like, do I know somebody writes this game? I feel like I know the writer of this game.
You are the writer of this game. You just don't know it.
I wouldn't invest my time playing it if I wrote this. That's so like, I don't know, that's narcissistic.
The long con.
Man, that's terrible. Okay. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit here around waiting. It's driving me mad.
Go get a hobby.
Yeah,
Read
why
a
are you just
book.
sitting in the Rising Stones? There's like a billion monster grass. Like, go fight. Do something fun.
Begging your pardon, I've been a message from the Eorzea Alliance. I am your
it's a
singing
dude.
telegram.
I knew you were going to do that. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor.
That scene where she shows up and gets shot dead it made me bust. Like that scene cracked me up so hard.
It's the camera work. It's so like the timing and camera work is so perfect. I don't know, like you have to be like asleep or like not aware, like following the feelings in the scene to not laugh at it because it catches you off guard so easily. Like, even though it's such a dark and somber thing, it still makes you crack up. I don't know anybody who doesn't laugh at that scene. Clue is an awesome movie. Is a amazing movie. I don't know how like all the talent behind it is crazy. It's so good. Anyway. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it.
Please give me something to do. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Assassin interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by an immediate resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xeno's remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action for the outcome. As the foremost authority of our foe, your Orders Council will be most welcome.
Of course. We should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going to on my own. You'll come with me, I trust.
Yeah.
God. Oh.
I'd rather not. I want to rest more. What do you want?
I mean, I feel like we should probably go help. So I was gonna say, of course I will.
I'm gonna do it rather not. I'll be the little sassy one here. I'd rather not.
I like aggressively nodded yes.
Look at her. She's like,
What did she say on yours?
If you would rather not, how do you think I feel? I despise formal occasions, as you well know, but in the absence of Alphino and the others, we'll just have to grin and bear it, won't we?
And on mine, she says, there you have it. We accept the invitation.
Well, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Man, if only Alphino had stayed behind and you had gone to Garlemald.
Yeah, that would have probably... I mean, she actually has the stealth experience. It would have been better. It would have actually been a better and more role. I mean, they wanted to give Alphino a chance to meet somebody, I guess.
Yeah, they want to toughen him up. This is his next step past the. I'm gonna collect firewood.
Yeah.
I'm a commoner.
What if this game is about us? It's always been about Alphino. This is his huge character arc.
He's actually like genuinely a POV decent like growth character, like for sure.
I guess.
He's been through the whole thing. He started off as a little brat, and he's like actually. I think he's adorable, but shake head at kind of thing, where it's like, oh, Alf, you sweet summer child. Oh, sorry. Thank you for receiving my mission. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place at Amigo. By your leave, I will leave by my telegram. Goodbye now. I feel like I should shoot him in the back for some reason.
I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we?
These people, I swear, like, oh my gosh, there's not a crisis. What do I do? What do I do? It's like, dude, just get up, read a book. Jeez.
Thancred? What's going on, man? All right, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear you right, Raoul? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. I cannot read, I'm so sorry. Being in Garland territory, though, he could risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials would listen in. So
Fair.
He said he'd head back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamigan Quarter.
All right, there's your proof for what you said. Fair enough, Epsilion. Fair enough.
Understood. Insert name here and I will go.
We have the summons.
We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Well, if it's happening in Alamigo,
Let's
yeah.
be about it.
Let's be about it.
Your favorite.
I don't want to be about it.
It's your favorite. Okay.
All right. So
Exit. Get me out of here.
Exit stage left.
It's
We have-
left even.
Exit the Revenant's Toll.
Revenant's Troll.
I want to go talk to a mender real quick, just make sure I'm fully mended.
Go to Modena.
Welcome to Modena.
Modena.
That was an interesting event.
Would you load? Come on. I play Elden Ring on this. Come on.
Where's my mount at?
There it is.
I'll use you, I guess. That's fine.
Okay, where are we going? Where are we supposed to be
I'm going to a mender. To Alamigo,
Oh.
dude.
Where's Alamigo? Oh my
There's the
gosh,
mender.
no.
I'll pay for it, don't worry.
Treat me,
Oh.
sugar daddy.
Gross. Do not ever say that again.
Treat me, cousin. Treat me, sugar cousin.
No, stop saying the expression. Where are you? Are you in
I'm
town?
in your dreams.
Are you in Mordona, or did you stay inside the? I just want to make sure I don't activate the
I'm still in
teleport.
Mordona.
Okay.
I didn't leave. We can fly here. I forgot.
Yeah. Are you in the Revenant's Toll?
Yeah, I'm just standing by the big aetheryte. I'm on my unicorn. Forever, always, I want to be with you.
I don't see you.
What? I mean, you don't see me.
You're by the Aetherite?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, I'm right next to it too. You don't see me?
What? Put me in your party.
Dude, they enabled the thing and we can't see each other because we're not in the same party right now.
Here we go. Okay, I'm in your party. Where are you? No, that's someone else. What the?
I don't see your dot on the map.
I mean, look at the stream. Do you see where I am?
Yeah, I'm right. I'm literally in the same spot as you right
What
now.
the? Am I in like the wrong instance or something?
Well, normally that's not possible. Did you change servers?
No, I didn't move. I'm still in Behemoth. Are you in Behemoth?
I'm about to check if I can find out where
Should
it
be,
is.
should be the top right above the map.
Oh yeah, it says that. Yeah.
What in the? Good lord, though. Well, let's just warp and maybe it'll put us in the same one, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I just worry you're not going to be able to work with me, but we'll try it, I guess. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I'll pay if I have to. It's not too much.
Yeah. All right. So Alamigo Quarter. It's only 285 for me because I already have this marked as a cheap spot. So.
Cheap spot. With the flame mount. Did you warp?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't get it. What in the crap?
This is wild.
This is awful. All right, hold on. Give me a second.
Sure.
I'm going to warp to where you are, and I'm going to see.
Yeah, if I don't see you, I can log back in and see if that fixes it, but I don't know what's happening.
That's insane. We're in the same one. What? If I do /instance, will like re-put me in that? Are you by the aetheryte right now? Oh, I see you now. Now I see you.
Yeah, I see you.
What in the? I guess it'd be just because we started in an instance this time,
Yeah.
so maybe it got screwed up because we weren't even in party at that point.
Yeah, maybe it's that. I don't know. That's really wild because the game doesn't have instance like that in cities. It's supposed to be with the server. Like that is the city. There's like one instance of that city on that server. So we shouldn't have, unless they changed it recently, and maybe it's a bug.
Weird. Alright, put me on your back.
Oh yeah, as we travel. Boop.
Oh man,
Yeah,
wow. Hold on, how far are we?
I don't
Nah,
know.
you talk. You go ahead.
I was flying around my Araman in the town. I thought you'd give me a comment about flying around a weird eyeball monster, but then you didn't say anything, so I was like, I guess you just can't see me.
Yeah, I would have made a comment on like
Guess what?
on Monster Hunter. Not Monster Hunter, Monster Rancher or something
Monster
like that.
Rancher, yeah. Someone was talking about playing that on Steam Deck.
Octo loves it. He plays it so many times.
I was like, what? Like, there's not even a recent game though. Like,
Play the old one.
When was the last time they put an actual game out? Like,
wasn't there one in like
maybe?
Wasn't there one in like 2013 or something? I thought I remember hearing something about it. Not anything huge, just something.
Here's Thancred. We found Thancred.
Here we are. Yeah, they don't actually make us go anywhere far except for the warp.
Wait, did I? All right, ready?
Yeah.
You two are sight for sore eye.
I was about to say. I was literally about to say eye, not eyes.
No, now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work.
I swear, if we have to go get him a cup, I swear if that's a...
Yeah, it's the fetch quest.
Thank God.
They're gonna show him drinking though. Oh, it's cutscene.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then.
Oh, you're just a slave driver, aren't you?
After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately,
I was about to say, and they all died.
The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
Boo.
Well.
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight.
Material.
The effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
Brothers.
Who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Yeah, Brother's plan worked. Well, actually, no, Xenos' plan, sorry. Brother's plan.
Yeah.
Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
We killed you!
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
I'm puppeting this body. It's free real estate.
Yes. And Cassian wears
It's free real estate.
Oh, time to do the weird Moonbrea idea of capturing a crystal and destroying it or whatever.
I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
Uh-oh.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with, no. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there.
I'm surprised that they showed us what happened in Let's Play through it, and they're not doing like a mystery instead.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mystery because we don't know where he's going and stuff, but I guess it's to
There's
get
no
our
time to
like
waste.
teeth wet or whatever.
We must make for the burn.
Yeah.
Teeth wet. What the hell?
I had a feeling you might say that.
Don't we have a thing to go to?
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies.
Since when do we
So
not
I'm
have an
going,
emergency?
And that's the end of it.
If we talked on anything but that link pearl, I'd be surprised. Hi, we're going to. We're the Warrior of Light.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Who's gonna go to the council? Maybe Riol can go. He seemed capable.
Mhm.
Who's gonna go to the important meeting? Where they waste our time, but it counts as work hours. Those are my favorite.
Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn.
If you do an Epsilion, would that count for both of us? What if you went? What if you went across the sea and you did it? We have like
Sound
pearls!
plan. And Ishtola is in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. Perfect. We swap duties. Thank you, Thancred.
Buff transfer complete.
Right to Dema then. We have much and more to share with Ishtola.
If only we could tell her before we got there and save time
Much
and
more.
convey information through
I mean, if we're gonna go look for Alphino, we have to go there anyway. It doesn't make any sense not to go.
We can just
Alright.
go to the burn!
The morrow is her bird.
Gosh dang it. Warp me!
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out which one's. There you go.
By the way, in that outfit, you look like old Gosetsu.
Yep,
Does that make you happy?
sure.
I thought you loved Gosetsu.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Where's your passion?
No. It's somewhere lost while we're still not in
Oh
that
my
story
God.
play. What?
I
Are
was
you
just
running
saying,
the place?
like, I'm not.
Oh, you were for a second. That was really weird.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, so while we have some time, because you got to get us there. Wait, how do we know? How do we get out of here? Which one
I
are we
think I
using?
have to go. I think I have to go this way. Yeah, talk to this guy, I believe.
Okay. Is this where the? Is this the water?
I always get confused. I think this is it, though.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, this
yes,
water.
this is it. This is it.
This is the water.
Jump in and do
Control jump.
jump. Yeah, I was thinking it's alt jump.
I'm just
That
gonna.
makes sense.
Always, I want to be with you.
An alternative to jumping would be diving, right?
Yep.
But a controlled
Nah.
jump, I guess, is also technically that'd be a dive, wouldn't it? Hmm.
Oh, she got a winged horse. That's cool. She got
Where are
Pegasus.
you?
I just got
There you
unicorn.
are.
How about this side? Hello. Calm me
Is it
down
a
in the water. You're weak to that.
Is it a thestral?
What?
What's her winged horse? A thestral?
I don't know what that means.
like the bone skeleton horses from Harry Potter.
Why did you think I?
I mean, I do believe they are a mystical creature outside of Harry Potter. But
Okay, that's fair.
You might have seen them because they're not very common in, even in like
mythos and fantasy.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I can ever. That's the only thing I can remember. Like, I think I've read about them in like Irish folklore. I think is what it was. But like, I've never seen them depicted in as Harry Potter. Like, seeing a visual representation other than just being like a skeleton horse with wings. That just sounds generic.
Oh yeah. While we're going, speaking of Square Enix, oh my gosh. So I'm not gonna go into it because the spoiler is crap, but we will get to it eventually. The Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary video came out. Most of it was phone game stuff that doesn't matter. It's just filling in old lore stuff that doesn't really matter, which I'll fill in as the PowerPoint as we go, everyone, in case anyone cares. I'll fill it in. It's not going to be important, guys. It's the rest of Xehanort's early stuff. It's just he ends up bad at me. And something about, what's his name? Brain and where he ended up, which is important, but what really matters, Nomura, you crazy son of a...
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah.
And not just the announcement. Like, I thought it was just going to be a tiny clip. It was a clip.
Oh.
And gameplay.
Oh, gameplay.
Like, gameplay. Like,
I know gameplay.
Bar and everything. I
heard a rumor that there's going to be a tease of Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts 4 was going to be included in that video, but I haven't watched it.
I'm not going to go into it because we're not even close. We're not even close, guys. I'm still working on the Chronicle for the PowerPoint to get us into 3D50 over 2 days, and 2, which will be done early June. Come and check in. We're going to be doing our scheduled streams for that.
Early June?
You guys posted? Early June, probably.
I probably won't be able to assist with that. Well, I won't be assist. You won't be on there anyway, but I mean, I probably won't be able to really watch that much.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know. It could move a little bit.
Depending on when it happens, I might be able to. Some days I might be available, but I have news also. I haven't told you yet even.
Gotcha. But yeah, so
yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm excited. I have to watch it now, I guess, or I guess I can wait for you to go over, but I'll probably watch it. Spoil myself. But yeah, we got a contract approved on Tuesday. And so we've been like we're already like conditionally approved, and we're going through the steps, and we have inspections and everything next week, Tuesday.
Wait, for what?
A house. we're probably gonna have a house, and
woo! Congratulations, Epsilion!
Yeah,
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, we found something. It wasn't the one we wanted originally, but it's a good one. We like it. And I think it's gonna be adequate for us. And it's actually a little bit cheaper. That's the other nice thing about it. So it works out pretty well that way. We're supposed to close on like early May. I'll let you know.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, and then we'll probably move coming up. So then I'll be live from another location once that happens. I guess it'll be probably pretty similar looking. I won't have the bookshelves behind me that you can see right now on the camera. I'm not sure what will be behind me. Hopefully I'll have other furniture though. That'll be different because I'm not going to share an office with Sasha anymore. So
you guys have your own.
Yeah, we'll have each other an office finally.
That's wonderful.
Is, like, great for work reasons. I mean, for streaming, it doesn't really matter because we don't usually stream stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't stream without.
Wait, are you in here?
I've not clicked on the skipper yet.
Okay, I want to make sure. I was like, no, you're good. I was just like, oh my gosh, is he in here? But I can't see him again.
Not yet.
I was like, oh my god, please.
Okay, I'm here. I see you.
Yeah, put me on your back.
That's like gonna walk like 10 feet, right?
No, don't. No, it's a little far.
This one's farther away. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Oh, congratulations, Epsilion! I'm so happy. I know you've been looking for a while now, so that's awesome.
Just a little bit worried about the inspection not going great, but the house where we picked out is like recently very, very well renovated, so everything looks nice on it. I mean, the only real they just redid the roof like 2 months ago. I know that for certain. The only real like concernable things I think right now are if they did something bad, like they did like not with a professional contractor doing it, or it just could be like anything, a wall being damaged and they just did a poor job replacing it, or the other thing could be like the water heater and the AC units could be old, like ready to kick the bucket, and that could be kind of rough on us because they could die within a couple of years. We'd have to replace them, obviously. So that's one thing I'm really worried about. But if they've replaced all that stuff too, then man, we're like, it's great. Like it's gonna be awesome.
Did you physically go see it yet?
Yeah, we did. We actually saw that one last Sunday when I couldn't stream actually.
Oh, okay, good. Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
it was one of like 4 that we saw, and we liked that one like the second most. The one we liked the most, we just didn't win the offer. Like they didn't pick our offer. They picked someone else. I think the other people probably outbid us.
Gotcha.
It was like at the upper end of our price range, and we were just like, we can't really do more than this, so let's just try it and see what happens. And they didn't agree. So.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you worked out. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited.
All right, Shola, what you got for us?
That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out.
Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Tip's hat.
It's a big hat to tip.
Tip.
He bowed. Well, 2 faces from the dim and distant past.
We saw
can't
each other
see-
like...
You can't see light, so you saying something's dim doesn't make any sense. It's all dim to you.
You just saw us. I mean, I guess it could have been a while.
You
because of
can't
side
literally
quests.
see it, though. She's blind.
I'm blind. I'm blind.
Come now. It hasn't been that long. Who was it that you were speaking with? She's nosy and demanding, isn't she? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. All he can find is salt.
Sweet, sweet salt. Oh, there's energy
He
in
is
salt.
so
Such
salty.
Good, such good.
What the?
I love
Upon
salt. If
learning,
anyone didn't know.
I know you love salt.
If anyone else didn't know, I wanted
I
them
was
to be
going for-
aware.
I was going for them being salty because they can't find energy crystals.
I want to be salty.
Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now he brought me one of his recent finds. Behold. It was precisely I thought she was gonna pull it out. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. We would be wise to investigate this phenomena more closely.
Oh, good, more crap.
Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you.
What can I say? I am everyone's favorite waifu. You think I'm joking? Go look her up on the internet.
Yeah, I know. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Mikote with a peculiar contraption upon her head as a certain novelty value has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation.
What thing on her head? What is she talking about? There's something on her head.
Are you talking about the staff behind her?
Yes. Also, Mikote represent.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a weird, like, you know,
Yeah,
like
they
escort
can't do
type
that.
thing, because they are like escorts or whatever in some other place. Anyway, so yeah, maybe it's the ear. Oh, that's what they're talking about. The thing on her head. It's not a
Oh.
contraption though. It's
Yeah, I
not a
guess
contraption though. It doesn't fit. Like, what is she talking about?
she is a
Oh.
robot now, so you know
Yeah,
her
she's a robot.
terms.
Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning.
Good. Good news. Great.
We all realize that. Like, this is so intuitive. Why would that be something you had to research? So, the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite... Nope. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief.
This is our language class for the day.
I need to take English again, clearly.
We all do.
Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yatsuyu, being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and gave them form.
A really cool boss fight.
That is like the most terrifying idea for primals.
Oh yeah.
Any object could just someone be like, "This is important to me," and then just turn them into a primal, basically, if they really believe it hard enough.
I mean, that's how a lot of fantasy works, right? Like you have like the sentimentality attached to the object, and it like manifests.
Yeah, that's like what MacGuffins are in most like narratives, right? They just it has so much purpose, basically, that it becomes like a living thing or whatever to a degree, right? Or for like a plot purpose, especially.
I think influence and degradement work like that a little bit.
I mean, that's like faith works in D&D, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like, like the more you believe in something, the more powerful it becomes. So basically,
yeah, D&D. I think the gods are basically like the primals, right? Like they only exist because of the praise that was given to them.
Yeah, I remember there was a I don't remember who. It was like a weird. Oh, I lost your stream.
Am I still on? Oh god, am I here?
I'm reloading the player. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Oh, thank God.
I think it's a little delayed.
Don't crap on me. I pay a lot of money for you.
It's probably my connection. I don't think it was you.
Better be.
Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. But yeah, there's I don't remember who it was, but it was a comic I was reading. It was based heavily on like D&D 4 or something rule set, but they had a character who was a cleric but had no god. Like they didn't they were just a rogue, like a rogue. What's the right word for this? Like a Ronin, right? They had no master. Yeah. They had no one to pray to themselves to get power from. But her 3 party members believed in her so much.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about this. I think you told me that.
That's so. Yeah, I think I might have told you that before. I was like, it's so cool that they basically were like, she doesn't have a god, but she becomes a god in order to give herself cleric powers temporarily during fights, like rather than or like during like missions or whatever. So like rather than having to like pray to someone, she just like waits till they really need her help, and they're like, "We really believe in you. We don't want to." It's like the spirit bomb from Goku or whatever, right? Like every time, there's like, "We gotta give her energy, and then she can do whatever we need her to do."
Korra was gonna work like that a little bit.
I mean, she can't become too powerful though, because it's only 3 people believing in her technically. But I mean, like, is enough, I guess, to be able to like really heal, right? So it's kind of cool. A little like kind of it's almost like a breaking the rules type thing, like a what's the word? Loophole. Loophole. Right, but it's pretty cool. All right, sorry.
You're good. That was good.
A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukiyomi brought into being.
Birthed out of the womb of belief. I believe the power of faith, as we learned last night.
Which brings me to the question of preventative measures. Oh, I didn't watch your stream last night, sorry.
No, you didn't miss much. You missed over
I saw
and
you
over
started,
and
I was like,
over.
it is way too late. And we had a hard day yesterday. We went to the Disney World and then came back and found out the dog had gotten sick on herself. And
no, sweet girl.
Yeah.
Is she okay today?
I think so. I'm to blame. I gave her a treat that wasn't good. I didn't know.
What do you mean? It expired. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know.
It made her really sick, and I
didn't know dog treats could.
Yeah, well, it was like a meat-based one, so I guess like those do. Like I know like the biscuits don't really ever. They put like enough stuff in them, preservatives-wise, to make them like they're basically the same thing as like a cake, but they're made with like more like the like flour they use and stuff isn't the same. It doesn't age the same way. It doesn't go bad the same way. So like the dog biscuits, they can last for ages, like dozens of years, or decades of years, I should say. But like the meat treats, I guess that if they're real meat, they can turn eventually. And I didn't realize how old the ones I gave her were because they'd been in a bag. I forgot about. And I was like, oh, she likes this a lot. I'll give her one. And because I knew she was gonna be stuck in the crate all day while we were at Disney, like most of the day or whatever, half the day. I was like, oh, okay, I'll get one of these. And I got home and she was ill. Poor thing. That's why her crate's not behind me today, because we took it out to clean it because it was gross. And yeah, it's air drying on the patio now. But all right. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already.
We need like 50 million eyes. We need like angel eyes.
I guess the thing about the relics isn't that bad, really, when you think about it, because it needs crystals still.
Yeah, you still have to have the power source.
It actually makes it worse than, I guess, the Eorzea, because the Eorzean way is like you just have to have enough people to believe in it as a group with the crystals, and then it becomes a thing, right?
Yeah.
But here you have to have enough people who believe in it and have an item to just like to put it into, so it makes it actually more complicated. Sorry, cutscene still animating. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which you may be perused in a report that may be perused in a report. Sorry, has something happened to Alfino?
He's dead.
Yeah, he's somewhere stuck. We have to go find him.
He's dead.
I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Ishtola. I should be glad of your help, truly.
Truly happy.
Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alisaie puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kian Con.
I mean, obviously, I can read the aethers of the person and know their wills, so really, she could be very good at it and it would not matter for me.
Yeah, Stola's kind of got a cheat there.
I can cheat.
Knowing how people feel about things. She's like Daredevil. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes.
Someone did that in, I'm sorry, I was thinking about D. Greyman I was reading recently, and someone did that. They read, like, the key if someone was like, you're not who you say you are. I'm not going to spoil because it's, like, really late in the series.
I've never even looked at D. Greyman.
The jury's out on that for now.
I didn't like the art style.
Really? That's what usually draws people in.
Yeah, I did not care. I was like, there's a lot of other stuff around the same time that looked kind of similar. It was a bit too gothic for me, so I just didn't.
I can understand the gothic. It has.
I was like,
it has some of the best aesthetics for me in certain things. Like Alan Walker and Crown Clown is the best looking thing in any fictional story to me. The first time it comes out, I love the ethereal look of it. It's so good to me. And there's one page that like specific. I'll go get it later. But there's one page like the way it looks. I'm like that right there is my favorite.
That reminded me of something I think I read around the same time I realized that series existed was Jing.
Yes, I remember hearing about Jing.
I don't know anything about it. I think I gave you a copy of the book to read. It's the first chapter at least. I only have like 3 or 4 of them.
I remember hearing about that.
It's really weird. It's the setting is very odd, and like the mechanics and the universe.
Is that the one with the mummy-looking thing? Like the wraps as the person. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long.
Jing is the one where it's like a kid. It looks kind of like Yo from Shaman King a little bit. Like he's a laid back, like cool guy. Like he's a child, like a 12-year-old.
Curious.
I think it's Jing.
Jing. Mong. It's manga, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, Jing the King of Bandits comes up.
I think I've seen.
But it's the one where he has a like crow that falls around.
Yeah, I remember.
And he merges with a
show
crow.
Me the first one.
Yeah, I did. I think I'm pretty sure I lent you the first book, and then I told you to get the rest, and I guess you weren't super interested. I guess
I actually forgot about it.
There's actually an anime for it now. Oduroboro Jing.
Jing. For anyone who
wants
to
know that. But yeah, that series came around at the same time, and it has some of the gothic stuff that D. Greyman has. Like some of the setting has it, but it's like you were like seeing like Desert Punk, or
You mean like what the frick is his name? Tank Girl?
No, there's a anime called Desert Punk. Also, I think it's a manga.
I've not seen Desert Punk.
It's like a future, like post-apocalyptic future where like the world is mostly destroyed, and like there's small towns that like live like in like the world is almost entirely a desert now because of
Fist of North Star
destruction. It's kind of like Fist of North Star, yeah. Like, but like Fist of North Star's art style, it has that distinctive 80s like kind of gritty feel.
Yeah, I just meant
whereas like Desert Punk was like I think that was animated in like the early 2000s or maybe late 90s. It might have been mid 2000s even almost. I can't remember exactly now, but that's how Jing also. Jing feels like that, but it's got more of like a fantasy mix to it. So it's like steampunk but like in the desert world that's like mostly destroyed, like lots of ruins everywhere. That the world setting is very different, but it still has some gothic because there's like religious stuff in Jing that like it usually it's used negatively, like
That's fine.
zealots, like bad zealots, basically is what it mostly comes down to.
Summoning icons.
It's usually used as like a brainwashing tool. Like there's a religious cult basically is like one of the major bad guys.
Like the one part in Brotherhood, Full Metal.
Yeah, kind of like the early desert town. Actually, wow, I never thought about how similar those two are. Yeah, there's a lot of similarity there. But yeah, the art style in Jing is pretty cool, and it made me kind of like around the same time, and some of the gothic stuff fits pretty well, but it's not like super gothic. It's got like the other like the steampunk kind of thing going on. Like the setting has that styling, so it's a little bit different. Now I gotta see if I can watch this anime.
Yeah, maybe I should check that out too. Jing, I'll read the manga of that. I wonder if it's on Viz. I have Viz.
I don't think the manga's super long either. I think it's only like 20-something chapters if I remember correctly.
For everything? For everything?
I think it might maybe it went further than that, but I remember looking at the full run. I thought maybe at one point, and maybe it wasn't the whole. I mean, the anime only has 13 episodes, and it came out in.
It was something that made the anime end earlier.
The full run of the manga was 95 to 98 apparently in. That's the original run of it in Japan. It's 95 to 98, so it's older, but.
Yeah, it is old. Wow. Well, let's check it out.
Okay, the TV show is ongoing from 2002. What? That didn't seem possible.
Hold on. Keep looking at
that. That's got to be a bad listing on IMDb. I'm looking at it.
I'm gonna go get the gray man.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you can do that while we're talking. Yeah, so Jing's TV show is only 13 episodes. I guess they never actually officially canceled it, but it started in 2002. How weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so
ow! Pew!
You alright?
Pew! Ow! My foot.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
So yeah, it looks like the show was animated and made in 2002. Only got one season of 13 episodes, but it was never, I guess, officially canceled. So IMDb lists it as ongoing, even though it hasn't had another season since.
Wow.
Yeah, very odd. Yeah. Very weird for them to do that.
Yeah, I guess they just never. Hold on, let me
see how long the manga run is. But you go ahead and pull up your D Gray Man.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Man, I want to put you on here too.
You can take me down for a moment.
Yeah, I guess I can hear you. So yeah, this is D Gray Man. Alan Walker, I love his design. Okay, let me show you. This is spoilers for D Gray Man, by the way. Sorry if you don't want to see it. Close your eyes. It's been out for a bit.
They can't see me. That'd be funny.
What? Would you close your eyes?
I just cover my face. Like, well, you probably can't see my eyes with my glasses. Too reflective, but
okay. So
yeah, there's only 13 episodes for the TV series. It ran from May 15th, 2002 to August 14th, 2002 in Japan, and then they made a 30-minute OVA 2 years later. Well, and wait, what? No. Wait, how is it an OVA that was released? Oh, they're episodes, 3 episodes. It took them from January 21st to April 28th to run it. How weird. But the manga itself is only 7 volumes. They ran from August 1999 to July 2005. That author took a long time to put out 7 volumes.
Yeah, that is. Whew.
I mean, he's not. I believe I don't want to.
He's not like a mangaka itself. Like he just does it on the side.
No, I don't know about that. But I was gonna say he's no. I can't think of his name. The guy who creates Berserk. The guy who created Berserk.
Oh, God.
He's passed on, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
I don't know his name, but yeah, him.
Yeah, like he took long breaks, so it could have been something like that, I guess. But I don't think this guy's nearly as bad as that, by the sounds of it. Did you see that? I can't remember his name. I can't remember anybody's names. I had a hard time today. The creator of JoJo, he announced he's going to put out Chapter 9. I think it's Chapter.
Oh, really?
What are the newest chapter? He's almost ready for the newest chapter to go out in manga, so he's very excited about that. Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
I mean, it's good stuff. I'm just saying, like,
especially because it's picking up U.S. or Western, I should say, in general, popularity now.
Yes,
like it's pretty
prolific.
Yeah, prolific. That's a good word for it. Yes. Yeah, kind of crazy.
So
yeah.
Yeah, so this is Crown Clown coming out for the first time. It's just like a white ethereal like sheet with like a head attached, and then like the arm like grabbing the thing that was coming out to attack them. It's like see through, but it's there. This is one of my favorite drawings in any manga. It's not as good as I remember, but it still seems really good. It's not. It's just like a cover sheet. It doesn't even have any like bearing. That
I honestly couldn't tell what was going on in that shot, and I don't think it's your camera. I think it's just like the.
Oh yeah, it's very hard to tell.
It makes it hard. I think I have to be used to the art style a little more. That looks interesting though.
I really like the like part here, like coming off this and like the eyes and like the like how it's there but it's not. I love ethereal stuff, like how it's there but it's not kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This reminds me also. I can't say it because spoilers, but there's a much later Fullbring. I'm just gonna say that part of Bleach where Kurosaki Senpai has something that looks somewhat like this, and I really liked it. It didn't stick around for long, but I really liked the way it looked. Yeah, so that's like that. And then when he first gets it, hold on.
You just reminded me. When's the next part of the anime coming out?
Anime's coming out in like October, baby. October, baby.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I
rewatched the whole series. Was it last year?
I read the whole series for the first time in manga.
I'm not reading the manga.
It's very good. Again. It's actually very cool.
I know. I know. I read it in Shonen Jump Monthly for. That was my main thing. I read Shonen Jump Monthly for I don't know how many years, like 5 years or whatever. And then they discontinued Shonen Jump Monthly in the US, and I stopped caring because that was when I was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna read manga. I'll just wait for anime now because most of it's getting adapted like that.
Yeah, it's getting adapted so fast. So like, this is him first appearing in Crown Clown. Just like the weird, awkward look, but yet cool at the same time, and like the ethereal part of it.
Back a little bit from the camera, just a tiny bit. The focus is not quite there. Whoop.
So hard to open because it's on like the page. Hold on, I'm trying.
Yeah. That's the thing about the bound books. It's kind of hard to the volumes. Hard to.
And then like this part where he gets chased, and then he's just on the opposite side. Like his the body moves like around as if it's not even like there. I love that crap, man. I love like the ethereal like stuff like that.
Projected form.
Yes.
Not quite. It's not anchored or anything to the physical. It's just there.
Yeah.
Adam Eve in Invincible. All of her powers are basically that.
I need to watch that still.
It's actually it's our Green Lantern. Like it's visibly similar.
Honestly, yeah, Green Lantern's very cool with the concepts. I need to read the comics because I haven't ever really read anything for it.
The animation when they do John Stewart a lot of the time, or oh my gosh, the original Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, they're all right. They're kind of boring. Like they do like the most vanilla uses of the ring. Kyle Rayner in the comics, the second Green Lantern in continuity, in the main continuity, when he gets towards the end of his the bigger runs, it's crazy because he starts doing like, oh, it's not even limited by color. He was the artist that became a Green Lantern.
I was about to say, wasn't he the artist one?
Yeah, so he like has like no limitations because his mind is
imagination.
So much more, yeah, it's much better imagination. So he like ends up like making different colors. He literally starts making projections of things that are like, it's like Loki. They're such good illusions that no one can tell they're not real.
That's awesome.
It's a fake out, and so like he starts making like these crazy, like insanely, like he basically he can construct reality from his will. Essentially, is how powerful he gets, to the point where I think if he ever did the full Lantern battery, he probably would have just become a god. I think there is a story where he does become a full god.
Stuff like that's so cool. Like reality building, like ethereal power stuff. I love that.
Yeah, pushing that type of capability to its like very limits is really interesting to me.
But you got to be careful because like that can get power creep real bad if you don't do it well.
I mean, like I said, he basically becomes a god, like unbeatable, because like you can't tell what isn't and what is, and like there's very few things that like overpowered, I guess you could say.
As
Like,
much as I
override.
love D. Gray Man, it is one of the worst shonen battles with power level. It is really bad with how they do it.
Like the scaling is bad, the
jumps and the tracking and the scaling is pretty bad. It's
like Dragon
there,
Ball
it's there
Z.
enough, but Dragon Ball Z is better than it because the jumps in Gray Man are weird. They're vague and weird at the same time. It's like Soul Eater. It's like Soul Eater.
Okay, Soul Eater. Yeah, Soul Eater is really odd.
Soul Eater is the worst. I think other than Fairy Tail, which is trash because it doesn't do it at all.
It doesn't try to, right? I've never watched my read.
It's bad.
I'll say I feel like Soul Eater tries a couple times.
It does try.
Labels,
it tries.
It makes no sense because it's not consistent at all.
The reason Soul Eater doesn't work is because they're trying to. The whole series is about courage and madness. And working through that. So when you're working with a series with when you're working with a Wonderland type series and you're trying to do battle on that, that's really freaking hard. So I give them props. Like it is hard to do.
It's the same problem that most things have with that, where plot overrides. So you have to have plot armor and plot like power ups, and it just ruins the whole system.
And it's because it's so mentality based too. It's very like if a character's having distortions for mind, it can affect the power, but it affects the power in a weird way where you don't know if it's stronger or weaker in that moment, but it'll have a weird burst through because of a madness moment, but then the calm will come, which is weaker, but technically stronger because it's stable. It gets really hard to balance it. Because the whole idea is like stability of the mind versus the madness that can come and stuff like that. It gets weird. So I props to them for trying, and Soul Eater's fine. Manga, do not watch the anime past the halfway point. It goes bull craps, premature ending, kill it with fire, just like Claymore. Just like Claymore, something else.
I don't remember Claymore at all. That was another one thing that I skipped.
Claymore's pretty good.
Soul Eater, though, I know the show derails pretty bad. I'm assuming it's like
it derails really bad. Like
it was one of those series where they caught up with the manga, right? And
they did. Yes, they did.
So
they did.
I watched
it's original Full Metal.
I watched all the way through and didn't hate it.
It wasn't awful. Punch of Courage.
I'm sure the manga's better.
It is better. It ramps up like crazy.
I also didn't hate the original run of Fullmetal Alchemist. Actually, sometimes I think that the ending of Fullmetal Alchemist anime was better than the manga ending in some ways. There's the open-ended alternate universe thing. No, sorry, spoilers, but in the original run, that's not canon, I guess technically. But that obviously takes away all closure. But the closure they had in universe was really good, I think, in the original rushed ending of the series.
Anyway, should we read some story stuff?
Nah, I don't care about it. Let's just talk about anime. All right, let me close out some windows.
Yeah, I think you're keying now.
Yeah. Greetings, my friend. Alisaie has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphinaud's trail does lead to the burn of all places.
It will.
Yay, we get food.
Food.
Which food is best for me?
I don't know.
You want piety, right?
Yeah, I think I want piety.
I guess I take.
I'll take this. What is this?
Speed?
Papanasi.
Take ginger salad, I guess.
Ginger salad?
I get that when I go to Japanese restaurants. It's pretty tasty.
Feel the burn.
Ginger's not hot.
No, the next quest.
That's the name of the quest. I didn't say
yeah.
We're going to the burn. He and is mulling over the details of Alphinaud's link protocol. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of aether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that Primals had wrought that the Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future.
That's the Sola.
I'm sorry, thank you. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphinaud might have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alisaie. We have no choice but to take our search to the Burn.
Given the considerable distances involved, 'tis best we went by bird.
A bird.
Bird. Insert name here, and I have our yours. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others?
I shall gather our swiftest birds.
Bird.
Near the house of the fierce, there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations.
Bird.
Burb. Burb.
Fly burb.
Burb. I
Burb
want
Airlines.
my burb.
Want my... I can't believe that he has not come back yet. Wait, is he dead?
I don't remember.
I thought he went to jail at the end. Did he die? He might have died. I don't remember now. A waste of a character. He was like, Mickey Rourke was okay, I guess. Whatever.
That's a cool heart.
Heart?
Harp.
Heart?
Harp.
Harp?
Harp.
Are you harping on him?
Harp.
Don't harp on him.
Harp.
Alright.
Here we
That's
go.
House of the Fierce.
House of
It
Fierce.
is not... Wait, where are we? Where are we? No, where are we?
Oh, I
though?
can go there like super cheap.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, 90. Well, it's not far from us. It's where we just teleported to last time.
Oh my goodness. Should we just like
You want
walk
to teleport
there?
there? Or you want to walk? I don't mind walking. You can walk.
You can
fly.
walk.
Why is my map not showing where I am?
Yeah,
because
what
we're
the
inside
crap?
the city. We're in the city. I forgot the city's a special place.
Oh my
I have
gosh,
an
that's
arm.
right. Oh my
Alright,
god.
I'll fly us over to the port.
I
and then-
forgot.
Yeah, you have to warp. Okay. That really hurt my arm. That was not fun.
Are you okay? What happened?
I like got my arm stuck between my chair and the desk, and didn't realize how stuck it was, and I like yanked it through, being stupid. This is so slow.
But yeah, new
I should
Kingdom
take
Hearts
the
stuff
other
is
turn.
insane. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I'm moving as fast
as
as
if
I
the
can.
old stuff wasn't insane.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Freaking Nomura is like, what if we did war concepts? Gosh dang it.
Is it like prequels? Star
no,
Wars bad?
it's,
like,
it's future. It's moving into
no,
the future.
no.
Oh.
I mean, like the quality. Is it like is
No.
the war going off the rails, and someone needs to step in and say, just stop right there.
Honestly, maybe.
Hold on.
Like,
Like,
there's
is
a
it one of
part
those
of me that
scenarios?
there's a part of me that's screaming no, but there's a different part that's like yeah, because it's doing something that I think is really fun, but I don't know if long term it's going to be a good idea. Does that make sense? Like short term,
Yeah.
it's like yeah, but long term, it's like, are you sure you want to do this?
Do you know what you're gonna bring about?
Yes, exactly. Honestly, yes. Hello, Devotional. It's going good. We're just talking
Hey,
about the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary stuff that dropped. Do not watch if you don't want to be spoiled. We are not there
Well,
yet.
yeah.
It is way in the future. We are
Yeah,
not
if
there
you're-
yet.
If you're following the chronicles, he's gonna add it in apparently.
It will
once we
work
get
out like
there.
yeah. Some of the stuff's the old lore, and we will do that whenever it comes in. I'll slot it in there. But the big stuff, Kingdom Hearts 4. Oh boy, don't touch that yet, guys. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't touch it. Because it is like in your face. Hey, remember
Absolutely.
this that we just got revealed to? Remember this big revelation?
I should play 3.
3's good. 3's very fun.
I haven't
3's very
started
fun.
yet.
Story wise, we'll get there. But
Yeah, I heard the
fun
gameplay
wise,
is
it's
like-
very fun.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's
Fun wise, it's
so
very fun.
much fun. I know I keep saying it, but it really is fun.
Fun-wise. Yeah, I heard the
Devis-
gameplay's great.
Devismo, I
Sorry.
heard the announcement. Really thought of you. What are your thoughts? The phone stuff, which is more old lore, it's just gonna fill in gaps we already knew were there. It'll be nice to see what happened to Brain, one of the original old lore people, who's like the best one. You love Brain, Epsilion. Wait, you saw the old lore stuff, right? You saw Brain,
Yeah,
right?
I watched all.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brain's cool.
Brain. We're gonna talk about where he went, so that's good. He's awesome. But that's just filling in gaps.
Man. Okay, I could talk about that. Never mind.
The
Wait,
biggest
how
thing
far-
though.
You did Chain of Memories, right? That's as far as you
Yes,
got in the game.
that was the last thing we
Yeah.
did. Chain of Memories.
Because I was about to say something about 2, and I was like, wait, he hasn't
Almost.
gotten that far.
Hold
yet.
it for a little longer. I'm gonna get there in June. But yeah,
Icarus is the lore master, but I do know some
I am
things.
not
Sometimes
the lore master.
Sometimes
There are people who know
sometimes
way more.
Yeah, I'm saying compared to me. Sometimes I forget that I remember things about the series that I shouldn't remember.
Dude, it's fine. They're
It's so
so
long.
it's so freaking long, man. The series, it's been so long and it's so convoluted long. I never blame anyone for forgetting stuff for Kingdom Hearts. It's like, look, you're fine, man. This thing is Nomura is insane, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
I mean, I'm not really upset, because it's gonna be a series that outlives me clearly at this point. It's gonna be like 90 years old, and they'll be like, "Oh, Kingdom Hearts 7 finally came out." I'll be
Oh
like, "What?
boy.
I don't care anymore."
But yeah, for Devotional, I am in two minds of it. The short term me is screaming, yeah! It's like a little fangirl, but the realistic one is like, ah! My practical side is going, which is very small. I don't have a very big one. You guys know that. But even it is going, ah, are you sure you want to be doing this? It's doing something that I really, really love, which I think is very fun to do, but it makes a lot of like ramifications.
Down here.
Yeah, I think it's down.
All right, well, I'm gonna kill this spy.
I think we're fine.
Oh,
We can't
please
die
don't
by
kill us,
fall
for real.
damage. We can't die by fall damage. Yeah, we're fine.
Remember one time we did die though? Wow.
Yeah, that was weird. Did we get hit by something?
We must have got hit by something. I just didn't realize it.
But yeah,
Sorry.
Devotional, how are you? Oh, Devotional, by the way, Elden Ring. I won't say anything, but go if you have time, go watch some of the latest VOD. Go watch some of my latest VOD. My decision has been made.
Had a big moment last night. Apparently, I haven't seen it.
I've come to, I believe that Hebrews 11:1 spoke to me, as your suggestions went as well, and I've made a change. One I think that will bring about a great amount of faith.
Are you married now?
No, a great amount of faith.
Oh, you
Don't say
that. You're saying it. Why can't I just say it?
I'm giving it.
Why does it gotta be obtuse? Just say it.
No,
Stop speaking cryptically.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. We're not gonna say it. If you don't say something, trust me, I've learned this from avoiding Bleach spoilers for the past 10 years. If you don't say something, even if you technically know what it is, your brain won't register it. Denial is a powerful thing.
That is wild nonsense.
It actually kind of works to a degree.
Did not mean to summon the Red Baron, sorry. Oh, okay. That works too, I guess. Bye. Walk yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just accessed on the Red Baron. You can get on, it's a Bianca.
I am again.
We're almost there, it's above us.
I don't care, it's principle. Always, I wanna be with you.
Wait, no, you're on the robot now, you're not.
Always.
Oh, stop doing that.
I accidentally pressed hell.
I know,
So I wrote something.
stop doing that.
Devotional, I love the last stream. How you got hosted right before you were going in. Not that one actually, Epsilion. There was one after, but yes, that was awesome. That was very nice last Sunday. I got hosted, and it was very sweet. Go check out Pastor Steven. He does Bible verses and stuff during streams. He's very cool.
Oh.
He hosted me. He's very nice. But yeah, no, not that one. There was one after Epsilion. Devotional. And if you want to see, you don't have to watch the whole thing because my God, it was a bunch of trial and error. I would say. We finally hit that wall of, a From Software boss, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna die here like 20 times.
You haven't. Oh, who was it? Who are you fighting?
It was Dark Gargoyle.
I don't know who that is. I haven't seen that boss yet. I don't think. Maybe I have. I just don't remember.
Devotional, what are the changes you're talking about? I guess you'll just have to wait and see, Devotional, until we're back on Elden Ring.
Just watch the VOD.
I don't do that to be mean. I do it because I want to raid.
Do you have a link? Do you have a link to the VOD?
It's on Twitch. This is the last video.
Have you already uploaded it to YouTube, or you're not doing uploads for that?
Devotional, that's right, Devotional.
Yeah, he had to have, obviously.
The most powerful. I believe.
So did you start Prisoner? Is that what you said you started?
Yeah, I started the int build. I'm gonna go back to it, but I have enough to do Faith for a while, and I was gonna do the Moonblade, but it's barely better than Moonveil, the one I'm using, like barely. So I was like, you know what? I have Somber Stones. I just beat the boss that lets me respec. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. So I fought the Gargoyle because he drops the Faith weapon I want, and holy crap, that fight. Oh my God.
That was your slog. How many times did you fight him? How many times
the
did
fight
you
itself,
go in?
I don't know how many times, but it went for about an hour and a half. It had to have.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean,
it was bad.
I've definitely seen worse runs.
Well, anytime he hit me, unless it was a grazed hit, because Torrent would take it, I was one shot. I literally could not be hit by him. Luckily, I could ride Torrent, so it was that. But, oh boy, it was bad.
I do feel like the Spectral Steed is kind of a weird buff in these games. Like,
it's a nice thing to have.
It's one of those things I don't feel like they balance the game for it the way that they typically do. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he makes it too easy. Like, they did make it hard to summon him if you're in the middle of getting hit, but like the gap is really short actually, like compared to some other games I played that have that same kind of mechanic.
If you've got high range stuff like I was using, and you're on Steed, it can be pretty easy, yeah.
You can easy mode it with that. If you're melee, I mean, even when you're melee, doing drive-by is actually
it's not too
pretty
bad,
powerful.
yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
But sometimes
basically,
there's sweeps.
in a game where it's all about you not getting hit and you can just right away before they can even react to you, like it actually gives the player that like crazy amount of like advanced information about whether or not they're going to get hit that the NPCs usually have, right?
I will say the first half of the fighting that was really fun though, riding on the steed and like the giant thing like moving around and like it felt fun, you know, like to ride and to like watch him and to like dodge, you know what I mean? Like fighting this giant. It felt like Shadow of the Colossus mixed with Monster Hunter a little bit, actually. Mm. It was like I'm riding and he's like so big and like it was fun. It was fun for the first half.
Sounds like a good way to use the steed, yeah. A good use of it in fight and combat.
As much as I love the steed though, I think it'd be cool to like just get wings, you know, and just fly. Like low fly, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know how like I mean like unlimited like hovered movement still could be pretty powerful. Like if you don't have something that makes you lose the wing, basically it'd have to be the same mechanic as the steed.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it depends on how they balance better. So you just want the visual, basically.
I want the visual. Don't get me wrong, I love Torrent. He's a wonderful, sweet boy. But I think flying would be really cool.
Yeah, okay, that's what you're saying. I thought you were saying like actual flight for a second.
No, not
to the ground.
No,
but then, yeah, if it's unlimited in time and health, then it doesn't work. It'd have to have the same.
No, yeah, your wings would have like health like Torrent does.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've been
anyway. That's what I would say. They probably will have PC mods to do something like that eventually.
But yeah, so we're gonna do some faith for a while, and already I think I like the incantations a little bit better than the spell ones. The spell incantations or the spell sorceries are fine. Like there's some cool ones, but a lot of them are just like, pew, I shoot little like light things, and most of them don't do that much. There are some that are good.
I don't like the way you cast them.
With the wand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the wand kind of guy. I'm also not a wand guy.
It's not. It takes too long. Like there was, I didn't start Prisoner. I did the other spellcaster mix.
Did you go
forgot the name.
Oh my gosh! It's literally a class in this.
When I did the beta, and that was
Astrologer.
More bearable. Astrologer, yeah, it was more bearable to do that one because the spell it comes with by default. It was like the first one you get an upgrade really easily early on. Mm-hmm. It was like a quick cast. Like there was no cast wind up. There was no the cooldown between was pretty reasonable.
Was it Pebble?
I don't think it was Pebble. It was something else.
Pebble's very
but
fast.
it was just a small projectile. Same idea, but just the way you cast it was so like I could use it as like a I'm not gonna be able to stop them from closing the gap. I could use it to stop them like real quick. So like that first little town where there's like a ton of enemies, ton of guards.
Yes.
Like that, I was able to actually like avoid most of the damage just because I could use that to like push them back and then like kind of sidestep or literally just run, pull like one guy kind of thing. It was really easy to do that with that spell.
Gotcha.
When I was watching you play, I was like, that spell takes so long to get out.
Oh my gosh, the freaking
before
dagger thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it takes so like I think I had that too. I think I unlocked it.
That was the only one I got whenever I started as Prisoner.
I'm pretty sure I had 3 before I even got to the fight with
That makes sense. You picked Astrologer. They're like true spellcast.
Okay,
I picked the hybrid one.
What's the first guy you fight?
Oh my gosh, I should know his name. Margaret.
It's not. Yeah, Godric's the final boss, right?
No. Yeah, Margaret or whatever. He's the one with the staff, right? Like he's got like the big stick. Yeah, Margaret, I think.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking it was Godric for some reason, but I guess that's the final boss.
I keep seeing the names. I know that. Who's the one who grafted? Was it Godric?
Yeah, Godric the Graph. That's what I'm talking about.
No, he's not the final boss. He's the first real boss.
Yeah, he's
real
boss. That's what I was talking about.
You meant the first real boss.
I went to fight him in the demo or the beta, and I was like,
he's hard.
I couldn't do anything against him. I was too under leveled, but I was like,
he's hard.
Oh yeah, I got him down to like, I think like the 3 times I tried it. Did you have the girl help you? Did the girl help you? Did you summon the girl to help? I didn't summon the girl.
Holy crap! Well done.
I got him to like, I think it was like about 2/3 like missing, like down to 1/3 of health, and then I lost the last run, and I was like, okay, I'm done trying to fight, so I'm gonna go grind, and then I was limited on playtime. I only had 2 hours, so like I had to stop at that. Literally, I came back out to go grind, and I like fought like a couple. I cleared an area basically, and then all time's up, and it actually kicked me off the game. So I was like, okay, well.
But now you can play forever if you want.
Yeah, well, I need to buy it. I haven't bought it yet. I'll buy it. I was waiting until I'm getting the Steam Deck, so.
Oh yeah, you can play on Steam Deck. That'd be a good one to just kind of play around with every often.
From what I've seen, it plays 30 FPS like smooth, and like very few areas it drops, and it's supposed to be free.
That's good for Elden.
Yeah, I'm very excited to just be able to walk around and play that. Probably will be one of my big things.
All right, let's talk to Hien. Let's do this one, then we'll probably stop because it's a little later.
Yeah, we're getting close. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Who's possessed by birds?
That sentence is...
Remember,
if you're possessed, let us away with it.
our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 moms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. So the burn is not the place we were thinking of earlier. It's a different...
Oh, it's a duty. Oh, shoot.
Well, good time to stop, I guess, because I don't think we should do a raid.
Yeah.
And what is this going to be like if we're traveling when we do this?
Oh my gosh,
I'm excited to see what this is. Next time it's going to be really fun.
Okay, let's... Oh, man, we have to go to a place. Let's just go to... the House of Fears, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to be here to enter the raid anyway. Oh, I was just going to work. It costs 50.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, you can grab mine. Hop on in.
Yes.
Yeah, it only costs 50, so I was like,
wow, for once Icarus pays for the travel.
I paid for it. Be grateful.
I think I've actually lost like 10K since the last time like we did anything that wasn't main story. Like I haven't done anything to generate any revenue.
Because main story always gives it to you.
Yeah, but like it lately hasn't given me enough for how much we have to warp or how much it costs to warp. So I've actually lost like 10,000, whatever, for the guild.
I'm sorry, I can pay you back.
No, it's not your problem. No. If I was playing by myself, I'd do it by myself anyway. But like, I'm just surprised the game hasn't been generating enough to be. I need to go do some market.
They probably expect you to do dailies and stuff. You get money from that.
That's true. I don't want to do dailies.
Yeah, I've stopped doing dailies for a little bit. I
need to go do the saucer. That's how I was making money before.
Oh god, saucer.
I mean, do the daily mini cacpods. They're really easy to make money. Sometimes you make a lot of money.
Hold on.
Usually daily you make like 6K. It's pretty easy. 4 to 6K.
There we go.
Oh,
I did the thing.
Oh,
no, I did the thing. All right, I think we're gonna stop there for the Final Fantasy 14 Funtime family. Epsilion, thank you.
That was not any of the consonants you're supposed to use.
Family, fun time, family, fun. All right, Epsilion, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. We'll do it again in around 2 weeks or so. Just let me know how you feel, and we can always move it if you want.
I think 2 weeks would probably be okay. Next week
next week's Easter. I'm gonna be with family
Easter
all
weekend,
day.
So yeah, same here. We probably won't see each other actually this year, but I don't know I got too much family going on now.
Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna be with we're visiting my little brother's girlfriend's family, as well as church and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be busy.
Gotta visit the wife's family and my family at some point. I don't know how that's gonna work out. It all happens around the same time, so in all one day. So it kind of
good luck with that.
Yeah, it's not like I don't know, like Thanksgiving, Easter, or Thanksgiving and Christmas is a little easier. You usually have a couple days around, but man, and then the week after that, I'm trying to remember what's actually happening. I was trying to pull up my calendar, but my calendar won't open up for some reason.
Nah.
I think this is a Windows 11 issue.
What's it called? Quality report.
Yeah, like it only works on the main screen apparently. That's a weird change from Windows 10. But yeah, the 24th. Yeah, I think I'm good for the 24th, bud.
Heck yeah, my dude.
As far as I know. Wait, oh no, I won't be good.
Why?
Unless I come live from Boston.
Oh, because you guys have PAX.
We're going to PAX East. Well, I'm going to PAX East. I should say.
I'm not.
Yeah, Sasha and I will be at PAX East. We won't be there on Sunday though. We're only
I got you
on Friday and maybe Saturday right now. I don't think we've finalized what we're doing Saturday, but
okay. Well, we'll just hit it whenever you guys get back.
I could come to you live. I don't know if we'll be able to.
No. We'll just wait till you get back. No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I'll just have to play Elden Ring instead, or not stream.
I mean, maybe we'll get on and put that on the background while we're doing something else and like make fun of you.
Hi
how you do that.
guys.
Yeah, you'll have a big audience then because I think we'll have at least Valamir will be there. Bob and Mr. Settyman are all going to be there.
Heck yeah.
So meeting up, so it'll be yeah, and Sasha will be there probably. Sunday she'll be busy, so yeah, she'll probably join us, make fun of you. I don't know. She and Mr. Settyman's fiance might just like run away. Or yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, it was good playing with you, Epsilion. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you next time, cuz.
All right. Later. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okie dokie. All right. Let's change this up. Hold on. I got so much stuff on the thing, and I got stuff with the thing, and hold on. I'm gonna change this. Just chatting. Just chat. Boop. Is there a category called literally just chatting? What? Is that a game? I don't know anymore. I don't know how this stuff works anymore. I don't care. I don't want to. Look at the haircut. Very nice. Thank you, Devotional. I tried to get a good one. I've got some cuts. I got kind of a fade like you asked for. Got to comb the front up. Yes. Normally I have gel and I will put this up. I just hate gel, so I don't normally do it unless I'm going out. Although I love you guys, but I'm not doing that for you. I'm sorry. Because I have to put this on anyway. If I put gel, it would, ugh. So I think there still might be some gel in there. Needs a little mate paste. Little paste mate. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. That was Final Family Fantasy Funtime 14, or as we call it around here. Every other Sunday, or every Sunday we can. We try to make it every other, but you know. We get on, Epsilion and I go to Final Family Fantasy Funtime 14, Final Fantasy 14 together. And we try to go through, we're trying to get through the end of the Post-Stormblood, so we should be able to do that. And we're going to start going into some Shadowbringers, so that should be pretty good. Needs Musu. So yeah. So if you're going to leave now, God bless you. I hope you have a fantastic night, day, or whatever you're experiencing. If you're going to stick around a little longer, I am a believer in God's word. And every time we do a scheduled stream, which for right now is just the Final Fantasy 14 stuff, I do try to share a little bit of God's word. We're trying to go through the Bible, through the books in order, chronologically. We're in Genesis right now. We've gone through the creation of Adam and Eve. We've gone through Noah. We've gone through the beginning of Israel with Abraham, all the way down through Isaac, his son, Jacob, and now we're at Jacob's family, and he's very old now. And what we just witnessed was Jacob's oldest son getting into a lot of trouble with Tamar. But even through the terribleness that he did, the lineage of Christ would come through, and God would use it for something amazing later on. But now we're going to deviate back to our original story that we were going through in this part of history with one of my favorite biblical people, besides, of course, Jesus, you yourself, Lord, and a couple others. But he's one of my favorites, Joseph and the Coat of Many Colors. So Joseph lived with his 11 other brothers, and the brothers did not like him because he had visions and he had dreams that one day everyone would be bowing to him, that he'd be like a great person. They're like, you little snowflake. And he was also he and Benjamin, the youngest, is also one of Jacob, their father's, Israel's favorites, because they were born by his late wife Rachel, who he loved. And we all know about how Leah and Rachel went. If you see the old streams, old dives for that. So what had occurred was his brothers, being so wonderful and loving, had, whenever he came to visit them, dropped him in a pit for death. And he was left there. And when the oldest was like, let's not kill him because I don't want to get in trouble, the same one who did the terrible stuff, they were like, oh, traveling merchant, how do you want a slave? And they sold their brother to him. So yeah, that sucks. But the Lord would pull his way through and his will, even through the terrible times of Joseph's life. And one of the reasons I love Joseph so much is because he is a great example of, look at the cut. Silly on. Look at this cut. He is a great example. To be small. I thought, well, if he started talking like that as well. No, it's okay. That's where we maybe talk about humility, and we talk about the individual, about how it's making us feel, and maybe they need to take a look at themselves introspectively, or just walk away. Don't throw people down wells. That's not good. They'll break their legs. Or down pits. But one of the reasons I love Joseph is because he gets put through a lot of crap. It's actually a lot of crap. And it's not wholly deserved. It could have been that he had a little bit of pride. We don't get told that, but, you know, Epsilion, sorry to interrupt, Icarus. I had to share with Sasha. Not at all. Not at all, Epsilion. And you can show her my beautiful cut. See? I got... Is it true he had a dope coat? Yes. Back in one of the older verses, I can actually bring it up. Hold on. Give me a second. I can bring it up. Let me close this one. I think it's Genesis 37, 1 through 11. Yes. This is Genesis 27, verse 3. Now Israel, Jacob, the father, loved Joseph more than any other of his sons because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a robe of many colors. So that's where the famous part comes from, with the coat of many colors and all that. Was it actually Technicolor? Probably. I mean, they did have dyes back then, which would have made it very valuable, by the way. And remember, Jacob is the same person who, remember, was the husband of Leah and Rachel. And remember, he had grown in prosperity because of the Lord. Remember, oh God, what was their father's name? I forgot. I forgot their father's name. But he was like, "Oh, you're getting better than me," and I was wondering, you wouldn't have any of this. I was here, so whatever. So the point is, he had like a lot of possessions. Remember, like he had so much that him and his brother Esau couldn't even travel together because it was too much. So he was rich. Like he had a lot of stuff. He probably could have afforded some really good dyes. Devotional, I wonder what it looked like. I mean, if you go to children's Bible school, it's literally like a little rainbow coat, but I don't know what it actually looked like. Probably a lot of purple. Purple was color of royalty and like a big prosperous kind of color. Probably some green, I would guess. Green, purple. That makes me kind of not like it. I don't like the color green. Not that much. Purple swag though, baby. I don't know. But it had multiple colors. It doesn't say what kind, but I'm sure it had like a bunch. Probably didn't have like, burgundy or like turquoise or something. Blue is expensive too. Yeah, blue would be very expensive. I mean, it might have blue, but I'm not sure. Anyway, one of the reasons I love this story is because there should have been a picture of the coat in the Bible. I mean, they could have drawn it, I guess, and then the drawing could have been passed down through generations, I suppose. But you're talking about ancient texts from like, a long time ago. Like, they had writing at that point. Yeah, they had writing because there was like parchments and stuff, and there were seals, but purple was the royal, very expensive dye, yeah. So one of the reasons I love Joseph is because he gets put through a lot of crap, but he holds on with faith, with the power of faith. He believed he could fly high. I'm sorry. If anyone saw the last stream, you know what music I'm referring to because I've listened to it for like 2 hours. I do love that song though. But one of the reasons I love it is because there's a lot of times in life, and this was in the sermon today. Actually, I went to. There are a lot of times where bad stuff's going to happen to all of us, whether we're good or bad. And sometimes it is because of the Lord's will and because he has a place for us way down the line. Because you have to remember, God exists outside time. He knows how time works, of course, but he sees us as we can be, as we are in his love. So he sees what we can be in our potential of who we are truly. He sees the heart. So while we may be in a terrible strait where we're really struggling, he may know that, and Gideon was told this in the future in a different story, that, hey, you may be struggling now, but I have a place for you later on in your life where you're going to do amazing work. And sometimes going through the struggle is gaining the faith to be put there. And we know about that based on, hold on, I need to bring up that verse. No, not yet. Stop it. We know that based on the Bible verse we talked about before. Hold on. Bible verse endurance. Hold Hold on. Endurance builds. Hold on. Endurance builds. Yeah, we remember before, 1 Thessalonians 1:3. We remember before our God and Father your work produced by faith, your labor prompted by love, and your endurance inspired by hope. Wait, where's it going? Yes, here it is. Romans 5:4-6. And endurance builds character, which gives us hope that will never disappoint us. And all this happens because God gives us the Holy Spirit who fills our heart. That's not the right one either. I mean, that's a good verse, but hold on. Endurance builds character. There's that really good verse. Yeah, I guess this is it. What? Is this the same one? Endurance builds character, which is hope, and that will never disappoint us. All of this happens because God is given the Holy Spirit who fills our hearts with his love. I feel like it was a different verse, though. Whatever. Point is, there's a verse that talks about endurance builds character, character builds hope, hope builds a future. Sometimes going through the hard stuff in the beginning is important because it builds us into the person we need to be later on in life to be able to fulfill the Lord's will as well as our own. Devotional, a better description would have been nice, anything. Yeah, but you have to remember, Devotional, the Bible's written to give God's word to us. It's the same reason why we don't get a lot on angels. Trust me, I'd love to learn so much more about angels. You don't even know. We're not given very much, and I just went through Ezekiel, the beginning of Ezekiel. Trust me, I got what we had. That and Daniel. Oh, it's terrifying. But also, like, you know that meme going around about biblically accurate angels? Yeah, that's real, by the way. They look terrifying. They're horrible. But beautiful. But the point is, sorry, I'm getting off track. The point is, we're only given what we need because we don't need to know exactly what it looked like. We don't need to know exactly what angels look like. We don't need to know exactly what the cloak looked like. We need to know that because of the cloak, the brothers hated him. And because of that, Joseph had to endure the hatred of his brothers, but hold on to faith. That's what matters because it's about the heart. And one of the reasons I love Joseph is because his faith holds on in order to get him to a place of incredible prosperity he never would have been able to reach outside of there. And not just for himself and his betterment, but also for the betterment and the future of the entire nation, of God's nation, of Israel. The seed of birth of the true nation of Israel, I mean like them multiplying, becoming a nation, comes because of Joseph's faith. Because of God's work in Joseph and him allowing himself to have faith in it. And we're about to get to that next part here. But first, we must go through the harder parts of it. And we're going to that part right now. Joseph and Potiphar's wife. So, we are with Joseph. He is in Egypt. He was sold to a guardsman in Egypt. Pretty high guardsman. Pretty well standing. To the Pharaoh. Pretty decent. And he was a servant in a household. Now, Joseph could have been like, I don't belong here. I am not a slave. I am one of my father's most loved. I live in a big family, blah, blah, blah. But Joseph instead chose to trust the Lord. Now, Joseph had been brought down to Egypt. And Potiphar, an officer of the Pharaoh, the captain of the guard, an Egyptian, had bought him from the Ishmaelites who had brought him down there, from the slave traders. The Lord was with Joseph. And he became a successful man and was in the house of his Egyptian master. Remember Jacob, whenever he was going to marry Rachel and Leah? Remember wherever he went, Laban, that was their father's name. Remember when he went to Laban to live there, it said he prospered because the Lord was with him. Same here for Joseph. The Lord was with Joseph. Remember, Joseph's not even in the line of Christ. He's one of the 12 tribes guys, but he's not even in the line of Christ. That actually is Judah, the guy who had sex with Tamar and all that, the terrible last story we went through. He's not even in the line of Christ, but Lord is with him because he's using him for something miraculous. Well, the Lord's just using him. It's not Joseph doing anything. It is the Lord's power and the Lord's mercy that is allowing Joseph to prosper, but we humans have the choice to be faithful or not, or the choice to be humbled and realize we're not faithful and ask for that help too. And I would argue Joseph does do that. His master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord caused him to succeed in all that was in his hands. So Joseph found favor in his sight and attended him, and he made him overseer of the whole house and put him in charge of all that he had. From the time that he made him overseer in his house and over all he had, the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. The blessing of the Lord was in all that he had in the house and the field. So he left all that he had in Joseph's charge, because of him, he had no concern about anything but the food he ate. So this slave that came in to just be some slave in the household showed humility, trusted the Lord. This is where you want me. I don't understand it. This sucks, but I will put my everything into this, and I'm going to be a servant as best I can. And because of that, the Lord blessed him, because of the Lord's will of where Joseph would be. But Joseph responding to that correctly in humility and in sacrifice was blessed beyond measure and became head of the household, only second to the guy himself. And maybe the wife, as we're about to learn. But just because we're doing well doesn't mean that there aren't hardships there too. And we're about to see that Joseph has a bad choice, a hard choice coming up. And trust me, this one would be really hard for me. This is one I look to a lot for my strength, because this one's really, really hard. But he holds on even through it. And what does he get rewarded? Well, we'll see. Now, Joseph was handsome in form and appearance. He was maybe like us. Maybe handsome. Look at this face and then compare it. This is a good one. I'll give you the model. Go ahead and plaster this on Joseph for you. I'm kidding. But Joseph was very handsome. He was a handsome young man. He was very smart, very kind. And after a time, his master's wife cast her eyes on Joseph. And she noticed him and was like, oh, he's a young one. He's handsome. And she said, lie with me. Come here. Let's be together. Now, I don't know if she was hot. She's probably a little bit older, so I don't know. But she probably wasn't horrible. I mean, she's the wife of the captain of the guard. I would think she's probably pretty good looking if she got that and she lives in such a good estate, because that usually is how that works. So she's probably pretty good looking. So she's saying, like, come on, like, I'm the master. I am your master's wife. Like, I'm not going to get you in trouble for this. Like, I'm asking you to do it. I'm basically I'm basically the highest authority here, giving you permission. Like, I'm higher than you in authority, so I give you permission. It's fine. And in reality, she kind of was. So in the rules of the household, he really wouldn't be breaking too much of the household rules because she would say so. Now, what does it say about her character? We'll get there. But he refused and said to the master's wife, behold, because of me, my master has no concern about anything in the house. He's put everything he has in my charge. He is not greater in his house. He is not greater in this house than I am. Nor has he kept back anything from me except you. You are the only thing that he holds away from me. I can ask for anything, he'll give it to me. But not you, his wife, because you are his wife. How can I do this great wickedness? And look at what he calls. It's not even because of the master, although that's part of it. Because, like, he's given me so much, I'm not going to betray that trust. But not even that. He says, this great wickedness and sin against God. He recognized, I am here because the Lord placed me here. And because of his love, I have prospered. How could I turn around and go against and spit in his face and use the blessings he's given me to go against him and the people who trust me? I'm not doing it. Devotional, hell yeah, a picture of her would have been nice as well. I think you could use your imagination. But I think this is important because, at least for me, I'll speak for myself. I don't know about anyone else. I'm just going to speak for me. When I'm doing really well in life, I actually find that, and actually I can back it up. Israel was like this. I take it back. His lineage from now on will be like this. It will not follow in the steps of their forefather. When I'm doing really well in life, it tends to be during that point when I have the most blessings that I spit in the face of my God the most and give into what I want. Because I have everything I want so much that I forget who it belongs to, who put me there. And because of that, I start to make compromises based on what I want. Because I'm here. There's no danger in the moment. I don't need to rely on God in this moment. So I'm further from the statutes I need to follow. And I've experienced that. I really have. I've had super highs of grace and mercy and great amounts of blessings. And in that same night, I've sinned before. In this exact area too. You can get where I'm going with that. I'm not going any farther. We talked about it before. You get the idea. But Joseph realized and humbled himself and never lost sight of what was given to him. This is why I don't really feel like he was a prideful guy. Maybe he was in the beginning, but I'm definitely not now. Because he's like, I know where I was placed, not only horizontally with the people here. Your husband has trusted me with so much and has blessed me so much when I was just a slave and trusted me with this. I'm not going behind his back because I love him. He's my friend. He's my master, and he's treating me so well. And most importantly, I'm not going to go against my God who has placed me here. And here's the thing. He made the right choice. He walked away. But it wasn't just that one time. And as she spoke to Joseph, day after day, he would not listen to her, to lie beside her, to be with her. I don't know about you. I don't know how long I'd last. That's hard. In the same household to go, nope, 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 nope. That, and you've seen enough romantic comedies and series and stuff. You know what she was doing in between the ass to get his attention. You know that. The reasonable 5, maybe 10 minutes. I appreciate the honesty, man. I could last a few times. Like, I would say no a few times. I could give myself that. Not for very long. I mean, there would be a day. That would be hard, especially if she's pretty. If she's not pretty, that makes it easy. I'm guarantee you she's pretty. I would place my next paycheck on the fact that she was very pretty. I would not even question that she was not pretty. No. Because, like otherwise she would command him to do it, right? Like, it's like, you need to lie with me because she would be insecure. No, she's like, come. Like, she thinks, I bet you anything. And trust me, we'll see her character in a moment. I think it backs up. I bet you anything. She's like, I know how hot I am. I know he wants me. And I want him, so there's no problem. And so when he says, no, I bet you anything, because I know how girls do stuff. The nasty girls, this is how they are. When they get told no, they don't like it. Because it's like, how dare you? Because there's an insecurity there as well. But I'm not going into that. Point is, he said no, and he said no consistently. He held to the Lord's blessings and the Lord's mercy and the Lord's way, even when he could have done something so easily, so quickly, so passively and done, one and done, and then it would have been over. But he didn't. He held on, and that's hard. That's hard. So he holds on and stays to God's statutes. Surely more blessings are going to come. She's going to get found out, and she's going to get her just desserts, and he's going to find someone beautiful who loves him for him. It's going to be a really wonderful romantic story. He's going to become like captain of the guard with him, right? Like with his master. They're going to like do it together. Maybe that'll get him in with Pharaoh. Maybe that's how it works, right? The Lord's going to bless that, right? That's how it's going to work, right? Because you always get paid blessings for following the Lord, right? Right? But one day, when he went into the house to do his work, and none of the men of the house were in the house, so he's all alone. It's a red flag. She caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. So she is getting desperate. She's getting like, Maybe it's because of the pride thing. Maybe it's because no one refuses me. Maybe it's because of lust. I don't know. But she's like, I'm not having this. She grabs his shirt. She grabs his like garment, his outer garment. It's like, you're coming with me. I'm done with this. She's got him, right? I mean, what is he supposed to do? He can't fight back. She's the woman of the house. What is he supposed to do? Maybe he should just give in. I mean, she's coming so many times. What does he do? Hold on. I want to read you the verse that he's following in the New Testament quoted, where it's not even written yet. First Corinthians 10:13. No, 1 Corinthians 6:18. Flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin that a person commits is outside the body, but the sexual immoral person sins against his own body. 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. We all go through it. God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. He will not let it happen. Remember, he's with Joseph. He's not going to let him. He sees him being tempted. He's allowing this to happen. He's like, I'm not putting him in a situation where he can't get out. But with the temptation, we'll always provide a way of escape that you may be able to endure it. Not get out of it and leave it forever. Endure it. What does it say? Flee temptation. Hey, a little piece of advice. Anyone struggling with lust, best way to handle it? Flee. Run. Go somewhere else. Leave the environment that is causing it. Trust me, this is coming from personal experience. Leave the environment. Whatever it is, leave. Go to a different place. That is the best sure way of doing it. Get involved in something else somewhere else. And that's exactly what he does. But he left his garment in her hand and fled out and got out of the house. He pulled a Naruto substitution. He went yoink and ran. He literally yoinked out of his shirt and ran from a hot woman asking him to lie with her with no consequences. That is a major props to this dude. Holy crap, dude. I don't know if I could do, like, oh my God. And he ran. He left. He endured the temptation and he left. So he did the right thing. Here come the blessings, right? Here come the blessings, right? And as soon as she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and had fled out of the house, she called to the men of the household and said to them, "Oh, I came on to him and he made the right choice. He's very sweet." Right? That's what she said. She learned the error of her ways and didn't push anymore and had a good sit down with her husband to realize the problems of their marriage. Right? Right? See, he has brought among us a Hebrew to laugh at us. He came to me to lie with me, and I cried out with a loud voice. As soon as he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried out, he left his garment beside me and fled and got out of the house. That's not what happened. That's a lie, though. That's a lie, though. I mean, you wanted to lie with him, but a different kind of lie. That's not true, though. But that's not true, though. What? Well, obviously it's going to get cleared up. I mean, he's the master's number 2, right? He's number 1 guy on the master. He trusts him. She's obviously in the wrong. She's sinful. God's going to repay that. He's going to get all right? Right? Then she laid up his garment by her until her master came home. Okay, the husband's home. Here we go. And she told him the same story, saying, "The Hebrew servant whom you have brought among us came in to laugh at me. But as soon as I lifted up my voice and cried, he left his garment beside me and fled out of the house. He tried to force me and then laughed at me for who I was. He saw me as lower." All right, come on, dude. I mean, she had to have lied. If you're living with her for this long, you can tell she's a liar, right? Like, come on. Like, you've been married how long? Come on. You know she has this problem. This is an issue she struggles with, right? As soon as his master heard the words, his wife spoke to him. This is the way your servant treated me. His anger was kindled, and Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined, and he was there in prison. I did the right thing, Lord. Why am I here now? He could have slept with her. They kept it a secret. Just one-time thing. Maybe a couple times things if he wanted, the consensual adults, could have done that. No problems. Master would have never known. Maybe even get a polygamy thing going on. Maybe, He chose to follow the Lord's will and did not do it. He held to his statutes. And he's thrown in prison unjustly. Excuse me? Lord? Where's your faithfulness? Right here. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison, just like he'd earned with the master of the house, the same one. And the keeper of the prison put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners who were in the prison. Hey, you are one of the best people I've ever met. Thank you. You know what? Opens door. You're in charge. Excuse me? Nah, just don't run. I won't. And he never did. I can confirm. We haven't gotten there. He never ran. And he's in charge of the entire prison as a prisoner. Whatever was done there, he was the one who did it. He was the top dog of jail. He was like the top jail dog. The keeper of the prison paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's charge because the Lord was with him. And whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. Now, once again, placed in a place of honor and a place of privilege that he could have abused. He didn't pay any attention to anything Joseph did. He could have made all kinds of deals with the prisoners and gotten back change and stuff. He could have made all kinds of things. He could have been kingpin, right? Never did. Hold on to the Lord. Had integrity, a word that is not used nowadays as much as it should, and trusted in the Lord in humility and ruled over the entire prison. Devismo, how did the Lord communicate with Joseph? I'm glad you asked that, Devismo. Hey, Devismo, do you notice anywhere in these stories where so far where Joseph prayed? You ever notice that? You ever notice how in the Old Testament where we are, there wasn't a lot of prayer except for whenever they put up a sacrifice to make the Lord, or he called to them directly. Actually, it's a lot of him calling to you directly. I don't see a lot of calling. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. I don't see a single time the Lord communicated and empowered him with, I am God. You are good. Do not do this thing, Joseph. Nope, he did not. The answer to Devismo is he never did. And yet, verse 21, but the Lord was with Joseph. This, I think, is, I'm glad you called that out, Devismo. Thank you. I'm not trying to be facetious against you. I apologize if that seemed mean. That was not my call. That was actually a very good question. You're right. The Lord never directly communicated to him. We've seen it in the past. We saw it with Abraham multiple times. We saw whenever their faith was waning, he communicated with them. And it was written. We saw it with Isaac. We saw it with Jacob. We saw direct communication. Jacob wrestled with God, literally wrestled physically. Joseph, never once. Well, how do you know the statutes of what God was supposed to do? Because his father taught him. He was raised in the right way and knew the Lord by what? I believe we can fly high in the sky. Faith, baby. This is what faith is all about. Faith is the things not seen but hoped for. Joseph had no external guarantee that this stuff was going to work for him. And we don't in life. I don't. There is no guarantee I will meet someone beautiful. And biblically, there is no guarantee I will ever be married. Not that I'm against that. I'm just saying, like, there's no guarantee. That was reminded me actually by Pastor Steven. He's another streamer. He's the one who rated me a week ago. He's very good. He said that. And I was like, oh, crap. He's right. There's no guarantee. Not that, the Lord will provide the stuff. But, and eventually, by the way, spoilers, Joseph finds a wonderful wife and stuff. That does happen. But point is, you're right. There was no communication. There was no empowerment by the Lord's, don't worry, I know it's hard, just hold on. None of that. So how did he hold on? He had faith. He stuck right here. How can I do this great wickedness sin against God? He knew what the statutes were. He knew what was right and wrong. He knew it. He knew what God's statutes were, and he knew God was with him because of the blessings he'd been given, and because he knew that the father, remember, because Jacob had all the stories about him and Isaac, his father, and his father's father, Abraham, and the calls of God. Those were passed down. So he knows I am in a lineage where God has made a special covenant with my family. I know he's with me right now. So he had faith. He trusted and held to it. Even when everything in his body, I know everything in his body was screaming, no, dude! And after he gets penalized for it, you dumb man, we could have had. He holds on the entire time. And because of it, the Lord is still with him later. He's still using him later on. Now, we've seen people so far in the Old Testament be used even when they weren't following the Lord. We've seen that. Tamar and Judah, his older brother. Remember that whole situation we had last time? It was a couple weeks or 3 weeks ago, but remember that. That was bad. That was not in the Lord's will, but he still used it. He's going to use it to bring Jesus through. He can still use anyone no matter what they do. Spoilers, he does not need us to do his will. He does not need us to do amazing things. No, not at all. But through faithfulness, we can be blessed and be used even greater. And Joseph's doing that here. He's enduring. He's waiting. He's doing... if you want, it's from the movie Fireproof, which I'm not super into those movies. They're okay. They're Christian movies, and they're good. They're good. And they're a little cheesy sometimes. But there's a song from it called "While I Wait." While I'm waiting, I think it's "While I Wait." It's very good. I put it on here, but DMCA. Well, I just did a Persona song last time. Whatever. But the point is, you can go look it up. It's very good, and it's talking all about while I wait, I will worship. While I wait. Even if it's hard, even though it hurts, even though it's painful, even though it's hard, I will wait. I will wait. And the reason that's important is because that's a lot of God's answers to prayer are 3 things. Yes, no, wait. And honestly, that last one's probably the hardest. Yes, okay, yes is great. It can be hard sometimes to hear yes too, actually, though. No, sucks to hear, sucks to truly hear, but at least we have, like, closure on what it truly means. Wait? How long? Sometimes years. Years. I'll talk about myself. Look, I still haven't had a girlfriend, guys, my whole life. And part of that's my fault. I want to make that clear. Part of that is my fault. It's not just... It's that I made mistakes on that front. That's on me sometimes. It is. But another reason is because I have not compromised my principles. There have been a couple times where I could have, and it actually would have been a really good relationship too. But I didn't. And because of that, I'm still alone for now. Now I need that. Part of that is I need to get out more. Blah 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 blah. That's still on me. That's still on me. But part of it is because the Lord's answer is wait. Wait. And it's been hard. It is hard to wait on many things, on a new job, on being stuck in an old job that you don't like and being like, there's nothing here. And the answer might be, wait. Wait. And it can be really hard. Remember, this has gone on for Joseph for a while now. And you're going to see there will come a time where God will use him finally and everything will come together. It takes 30 years. Joseph is 30 before all of this comes to fruition. 30. He was sold by his brothers at like, oh my gosh, he was still 15 probably, 14. Remember, because you're an adult back then in the Old Testament when you're like 16 or something. So, he was younger, so he would have been like 14 or something at most. So until he was 30, he's been living like this, like one situation going really well, and then I followed the Lord, and now I get punished for it. And another situation, 30 until age 30, and with no like outright communication, like from God, like you said. But he held faith, and because of it, he will be used to bring the nation of Israel into true existence through his actions and save a bunch of people. And you're going to see how that works as we go on. This is why this story, this piece of history, is one of my favorites, is because it holds to one of the hardest things to go through. And something I've struggled with a lot too is wait, which is very, very difficult sometimes. And in today's verses, whenever I was in the sermon I went to, he was talking about after the transfiguration on the mount, when Jesus was coming back with disciples. He gets back, and I'm going to paraphrase. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to paraphrase it. He comes back. It's in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, I believe, and John. I think it's in all three, actually. He comes back, and all four, sorry. And he sees Pharisees, the scribes always give him trouble, and his disciples arguing and bickering for stupid stuff, petty stuff, dumb things that don't matter. And in the midst of them, there's a father who has a child, a son, who is demon-possessed and struggling and foaming from the mouth, scratching himself, like going through spitzes. Like in today's world, and it would be like schizophrenia, a manic break kind of situation, but it was demonic. Like it was pretty, like 100%. Might have been some mental stuff too, but it was definitely a demonic presence there as well. Basically, he says the disciples couldn't do it. Can you do it? I've heard you can do this. Now, this father was not necessarily a follower of Christ. Like I don't even know if he was a Jew. I don't remember if he was a Jew. I don't even think it says he's a Jew or not. He's just a father who's hurting and who walks to Jesus and says, my child has been like this since childhood, not since birth, which is pointed out to me in the sermon, by the way, which sucks because that means there was a time where he wasn't, and that sucks. Could you imagine your child being fine one day and the next, like spasms of horror? Ugh. And he goes up to Jesus and says, please, please help me. And Jesus says, if you believe, even like anything can be possible. Like if you believe the Son of Man can do this, then this can be possible. And the man says a very, very good phrase that is very important. And Devotional, this might help you too. Devotional, what do you think happens to people who don't believe in Jesus particular God but live a good life? We'll get to that in a moment. What he says, I want to get the exact verse. verse. Just give it to me. Oh my gosh, don't give me a sermon. Just give me the thank you. Just give me the verses. Just give me the verses, please. ESV. And Jesus said to him, if you can, because the guy says, if you can, please help him. And Jesus says, if you can, like, are you saying, if you can, of course I can. All things are possible for one who believes. Immediately, this is verse 24 in the book of Mark. Immediately the father of the child cries out and said, look at this dichotomy here. I believe, help my unbelief. He admits, I believe, Lord, I believe, please. But he realizes, I am insufficient. I have doubts in my head about what you're saying right now to me. I am not perfect. I cannot do this. Lord, I believe. Please help my unbelief. Please. And that's why if you were here last Sunday, I talked about degradement actually, and why this series is good, but also could be terrible. One of the lines in the series that could be really good. Do not quote me on the series being good yet. I don't know. It hasn't come out yet. Could be terribly blasphemous, but it could be actually a really good like commentary on faith and how hard it is sometimes. One of the lines is one of the main characters, the girl, has something in her hand. She has to drink it, and it could kill her basically. And the situation is going terrible, awful situation. Like even by shonen battle standards, it's bad. It's bad. And their home got invaded. It's bad, dude. And she looks up and she says to the God I hate so much, and she drinks. She obeys, and yet calls out, my feelings are hurt. I hate this, but I will believe in you. Now, obviously, that could be a terrible phrase. I don't know. It depends on how it's framed. Once again, framing is everything. I can't tell yet, but it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this verse. Let me show you the verse. I don't care if you see my background. Right here. Right here. So, I believe, help my unbelief. We are to go on faith, and that is hard. But one of the things that it's important to realize is that no one has perfect faith. Even Jesus, even the Son of God, he has perfect faith, but even he struggled with the understanding of what the faith would mean. When he was about to be crucified, it talks about him being on the Mount of Olives and crying and sweating, not just crying, but sweating so profusely because of the anxiety, because of the knowledge of what was coming that he would have to endure, that it was like drops that like coated the entire ground. Like even the Son of God struggled to he was perfect in every way, but doubts and hurt and struggles is not sin. And even he went through it. This here talks about that. I believe, help my unbelief. Calling to God and understanding, because that's the whole point. It's not about what we can do. It's about what God does through us. And by understanding that, we understand we cannot do everything on our own. We can't do anything on our own. We have to trust that the Lord Almighty will work through us. And when we don't have enough and when we're struggling, where we're like, I want to sin so bad, or I can't do this, admitting that and saying, I believe in you, Lord. I'm not good. Please help me for the rest of it. Fill in the rest of the belief that I don't have. Fill in the rest of faith that I don't have. My faith is a 30 right now. I've upgraded my faith. I'm level 65. My faith is 35 right now. The boss has so much faith resistance. Please fill in the rest. But no, seriously. That is so important. And I think that it's important to use our mind as well. Int is important, not just faith. Int is important. But faith in this kind of way is what he's looking for. For sacrifices and rituals, I would offer you, as David says in one of the Psalms, I would offer you, but that is not what you look for. What the Lord looks for is a broken and contrite heart. He looks to us to be like this man here who goes, I believe, please help my unbelief, please, Lord Almighty, to submit to him and to lean on him so that he may show his love through that. And that's what Joseph did without even having the confirmation, like divine intervention. Joseph, you're doing great. I put you here for a reason. And this is the kid, by the way, this is the kid with the dream abilities. There's been a couple people in the Bible and history who can interpret dreams and have them by prophecies that the Lord gives them for that purpose. He's one of them. And he didn't even, we aren't given, he has some later for reasons, but I don't know about you. I didn't see any dreams in there showing that, hey, Joseph, I know you're struggling right now. Here's a dream about sexual immorality and about you resisting it and showing like what to do. None of that. It's just, you know what to do. I'm with you. Believe in me. Trust me for the unbelief you don't have. And trust me, and I will do this with you. I will help you through this because you can. I know you can. I'm here for you. That is what he asks. That is what we are here for, is to believe and to worship, because he will work through that. Our weakness makes his strength. That's the point. It's like, well, we're imperfect. Exactly. That's why we have to believe in him. That's why we have to trust in him and lean on him, because we are imperfect. That's great. Our imperfections means we'll lean on him more. And because we'll lean on him more, he'll fulfill it like that. Because it's like, if you do it through your own power, even if you're good enough for it, you'll have struggles and stuff. And you'll have struggles even if you rely on me too. But like, you might not always be able to do it by your power. That's fine. You're not supposed to rely on that. You're supposed to rely on mine. And that's okay. It's not that you can't have talents and have confidence in them. This is fine. But with the confidence understanding like Joseph had of, the Lord has blessed me in here. I've done a good job through it, but the Lord is the one who's blessed me, and I will not go against him in that. Devismo, sorry about that. Your question. What do you think happens to people who don't believe in Jesus or a particular God, but live a good life? You always ask the hard ones. I know the answer. I'm just saying, it's a good question. How do I? No, not that. Hold on, I'm trying to find a good verse. Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death. Remember, under the law, that one thing we did, remember? But the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. Whosoever, John 3:16, whosoever believes in the Son has eternal life. John 3:36, my apologies. Whosoever believes in the Son, Jesus, has eternal life. Whoever does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God remains on him. John 3:3, Jesus answered him, Truly, truly, I say to you, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. And being born again means being sanctified by the blood of Christ. And where is the verse that I always talk about? I will verse. I am the way. Oh, hold on. I think this is actually answering that directly. Chapter verse 6. Jesus answered him and said, verse 6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And also, hold on. I know I'm throwing a bunch of verses, but this is the best way to answer, is just to throw verses. Ephesians 2:8-9. Here's your answer to Devismo. For by grace you have been... What the crap? Hush. So loud. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and it is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. We get to heaven through the blood of Christ. There is no other way. And that is the basis of Christianity. That is the basis of our faith. Doesn't matter about the denomination stuff and all the little things. That is what matters. So to answer your question, Devismo, if someone lives a really nice life and is blessed, and that can't happen. Someone can live a really nice life and be a good person, not know Christ. They will not make it to heaven. God's wrath will remain on that person. I'm sorry. I know that's not the answer you want to hear. I know that's harsh. It is the thing I always hate preaching. That and the homosexuality thing. Those are the two I hate saying. Those are the ones I genuinely hate saying. And I try to avoid if I can. Honestly, Lord, I'm sorry. I hate those. But it's the truth. For you have been saved through grace by faith, and not of your own doing. It is a gift of God, not a result of works, that no one may boast. I am the way, the truth, and life. No one comes to the Father but by me. And then, what was that verse? For the wages of sin is death, give free gift of God's eternal, through Jesus, it is eternal life in Jesus Christ our Lord. Whosoever believes, John 3:36, whosoever believes the Son in Jesus has eternal life. Whoever does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God remains in him. That is the answer to that question. So that's the truth. And I know that sucks, but that's the truth. Because a God that treats people like that isn't worth spending eternity with. I know that sounds like it hurts, but it's a gift through grace. My argument is, why not accept it? What's stopping a person from not accepting that? What is the holdup? And I know it's a hard life. I'm not saying it's easy. God, Jesus does say, count the cost. Do not make the decision without counting the cost. Absolutely. Lack of evidence for me personally. Yeah, Devotional. I know. There's Devotional. My best answer for that at this point is definitely and I'll talk over with you too. Go and read Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. I was talking to Pastor Stephen on it, the other streamer. And he pointed me to that too, which I thought might be the best option. But I think, yeah, it is a book that proves through rational thought and through philosophy and intelligence, int. It uses int, not faith. It uses int. We're using int to prove a God. Not necessarily Christ. I'm not even talking about Jesus. A God, a creator. Through rational thought and through this. I would also suggest, if you want an intelligence-based person to go through as well, which is fine, I totally get that, go watch Robert Peterson. The man is incredibly smart. Everyone knows that, who knows his name. He's like super duper smart man. And he's recently, within the past, I think it's a year and a half or something like that, came to know Christ. And he was a big atheist before. And he's like, I now am choosing to believe in this faith as true reality. And this is someone who was like Robert Peterson. Let me give you a link. I know I can find him on here. That's not, oh my gosh. Jordan Peterson, I'm so sorry. It's Jordan Peterson, I'm sorry. Jordan, not Robert. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Sorry. Jordan Peterson. Here's his YouTube channel. Yep, okay. Here you go. That and Mere Christianity, I think, will be the best things to use. I think that'll help you the most. And I'll be more than happy to talk about it. Like as you read and as you watch, at your call, you do your thing. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to see. Feel free to tell me which ones you're watching. Feel free to DM me, Devotional. Seriously, on Twitch. I don't care. DM me about which ones you're watching. I'll watch them and be ready to talk about them if you need. Seriously. I absolutely understand. And here's the thing. Devotional, Jesus understands your doubt. He knows it. He saw it in that man with the child. He saw it in James. No, not James. Thomas, one of his own disciples, doubting Thomas, the one everyone knows. He saw it in his own disciple who he loves. He knows how hard it is for us to have faith. It's not that he doesn't understand. It's that this is the only way. We tried the work way, dude. We tried it, everyone. Israel tried it. As we're going to see Israel blossom into an amazing nation because of the places, just like Joseph right now being blessed by God and succeeding in everything wherever he is. Israel as a nation, the nation that comes later, will have that same thing. David, Solomon, one of the greatest kings of all time, they're going to have that. And then we're going to see them spit in God's face and do atrocities by secular standings, by world standings, not even biblical, Of course, biblical by God's standings, but by world standings that are not just as bad, worse. I just read this chapter today, Jeremiah 16, I believe it was. No, Ezekiel. You're in Ezekiel. I'm so sorry. Ezekiel 16. Worse atrocities by secular standards than the pagan nations around them. God's chosen people. We tried the work way, the works, the good person way. We failed. We can't do it. It is impossible for us as humans. We can't do it. For our wages of sin is death. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We all have sinned. And that's not even something I have to prove. Like, look around today. Not even today. Look back in history too. But today, I'll use today because everyone loves contemporary news. Look today. And someone tell me that we can make it on our own. Someone argue that point. Go ahead. I've got secular, non-biblical history I'll use to disprove it. We can't do it. We can't even save ourselves on a world temporal plane, much less a spiritual one. That's why he demands our faith. That's why he says, I did it for you. Please accept this. And the best part is it's by grace. It's not by anything we do. That's why that verse, he saved us, not because of works done by us and Titus 3:5. Okay, thank you, Jesus. He saved us, not because of works done by us in righteousness, not because we're a good person, but according to his own mercy, because of his mercy and love towards us, by the washing of regeneration and renewal of the Holy Spirit. Ephesians 2:9, not as a result of works, so that none may boast. So we don't get a big head. Because I don't know about you, but I get a big head whenever I start doing nice stuff. I think a lot of people do too. We're bad about it. Because we get really happy about us doing the good things. That's when we slip. That's when I slip. That is big. That's why grace was done. That's why it's only people who accept his love. Because that's the only ones who can. We cannot exist in front of him whenever we are tainted by sin. We cannot live in front of him. Well, can't we just be put on a planet somewhere and what, die? Like, even if we were given immortality on a temporal plane, does anyone actually want that? There's a game I played, Xenoverse 2, not Xenoverse, Xenomorph 2 or something. I don't remember the game. It was okay. It's kind of a cult classic. It was okay. There was a game where one of the villains was immortal. Like, he could just come back from any kind of death. They blew his head off literally in one of the scenes and he just came back. And he became a huge villain centered around pain and animosity towards others because he said, this is the worst curse of all time. Please let me die. Honestly, I believe that. If we lived temporally on this plane for eternity, we would hate it. I don't even have a doubt in my mind. Because in the end, all of the fulfillments, all the little things we do would eventually become nothing. Once again, it's Epsilion, if you're there, you probably like this. It's a Rick and Morty thing. Honestly, I love Rick and Morty for a reason because it teaches, in my opinion, I think it's framed well with it too. It teaches why nihilism is so bad. Because it shows no matter how much Rick has and how amazing he is, and he's the amazing. And if anyone's seen the newest one, The Cradle, that's all I'm going to say about that. No matter how much awesome stuff he has, he's still miserable. Why? Because he has the whole world at his fingertips and nothing fulfills him. Because he's done it all. Because there's nothing left. Because who cares? Because there's just another dimension out there. There's another land out there. There's another continent where someone else is doing something else and everything I do doesn't mean anything. I get fulfilled for a couple minutes. What does that matter? This is why I believe people have depression in a lot of ways too. Because in the end, everything temporally, even if it did last forever, which it doesn't, even by a secular understanding, remember, we're destroying our own planet and the sun's going to explode or something. Remember, like, even we don't have forever, even by a secular understanding. But even if we did, it wouldn't breathe meaning to anything. it would not fulfill us because we have a hole in our being that can only be filled by him. And I believe that. I know that. I don't even believe. I know that. I've worked with enough people in my degree. I know that. We're all searching for something. Everyone's searching for something. You beg for peace. You beg for the day that you don't have to worry and wish things away. 1,000 times the same old song. That's what we all want, is just perfection. We don't even know what it is. We want pure grace, tranquility, but we don't even know what it is. We don't even understand it. And do we really want it? That's the big thing. That's why I believe Jesus is real, because he fills that in a way that we cannot do. And not only that, he saves us from a reality of sin and death that is real. Remember, we're talking about as if it wasn't. Now we're coming to the understanding. Now I'm jumping to the thing of, but it is. So how much more does that mean that this is important? That's where my argument is. And once again, Mere Christianity, Jordan Peterson, definitely good guys to go for that, who go from a logical point of view and philosophically logical, using evidence and stuff as well from like the reality world to help to show the reality of where life is and why God is real, or at least some kind of creator and some kind of essence of being that is beyond what we have here in some way or fashion. I'll just leave it at that. I'll start small, which is fine. That's fine. You got to start somewhere. Some understanding of that. I think that's really, really important. I really, really do. And that's something that I'm trying to show here. And I think this is what I know is the end of it. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, shall not have that end, whatever it may look like, but will have eternal life, will have eternal security and love, because God is love. So if you understand that that's true, if it is, that means we will exist in love forever. Perfect love. Not temporal love that fails and fluctuates, not like, conditional, not unhealthy attachment love, not dependency love, perfect love. It is technically dependency, but it's perfect in dependency because it is us in him. And dependency is a bad thing in the world, by the way. This is a mental health note. Mental health counselor here. Dependency is bad in the world because it makes someone unindependent, makes them weak, and it is dependent on a person who is imperfect. Because if you're dependent on someone or something, that is not perfect. That person will let you down at some point. This will create a discord within one's own mind, create a huge problem, and can cause, big breakups and things. You get the idea. God is perfect. So a dependency on him is perfect in his response to our needs and will never let us down. And therefore, the dependency is never let down or crash underneath us to fall. We're not on sand. We're not on a castle of sand. We're on a castle of rock. And I would argue, and the Bible teaches, it does not make us weak either. It actually makes us even stronger. Because one who believes that someone who loves him more than anything and is God of all everything has their back, that person will be willing to do whatever they have to. We'll go, oh, but this is a scary thing. Yeah, but God's with me. I'm going to tackle it. I'm going to walk up and do this. Well, this is difficult. Yeah, I have God I have the Lord with me. Why am I scared? He's bigger than all of this. Devismo, make them imperfect, offer a vague and strange approach to be saved, punish those who do their vague, not cool. Don't have to address that, just proving some commentary. Absolutely, Devismo. I totally get where you're coming from. I get it. Can I be front with you, buddy? Or do you want that? Do you want like super blunt honesty? Do you want nice? What do you want? What do you want? I think part of that's a pride issue, buddy. I'll be honest. I can't believe in him. No, you can't. No, you can. You won't. And this is not just you. This is a lot of people. I won't. I refuse to believe in someone who treats me like that. I refuse to submit to someone like that. It's not a can't. It's a choice. Now, the evidence thing is something for sure. I get that. That is hard. But I think that that's just a surface condition. I'm kind of doing a diagnosis here. I think that's a surface condition, something much deeper. I think that there's and this is for a lot of people. This is not just you. This is a lot of people. I won't. I refuse. I'm not bowing to this guy. I refuse to. That's a choice. And that's fine. That's a choice you can make. But the Bible lays out very clearly, it is a choice. Here are the consequences of each one. And that does line up with each other pretty well. That's something that I would argue too. I know that hurts. I'm sorry. But it's a choice in every way, whether I am to be myself too, whether I am to sin, whether I am to choose what I want, choose to play into this girl who really likes me, but she's not saved, but she's really cute, pretty, and really hot. If I just talked with her a little bit, I can't last forever not having a girl. Yeah, you can. You choosing not to, so. The primary reason the lack of that is it just doesn't help the person. The character is not attractive. I understand. And I get that. I do. But I hope, and immature for God. I get it. I know it looks that way. But I hope that through us going through the truth and the history of the Bible, maybe I know the Lord will work through this to show you who he truly is. His love and his majesty and how much he loves you, Devotional. And everyone out there, anyone who's watching, how much he loves you. And how much that, even if it's harsh sometimes, he does it out of love too. It's the same thing as a child with an adult. Thank you, Devotional. I enjoy it regardless. Keep it in mind. I appreciate that. And Devotional, that's why, honestly, you're amazing for that, because there's a lot of people who aren't. And it's hard. It is hard. It's not easy to have introspection. It's really difficult. And I'm very grateful. I thank you so much. May God bless you for coming by always. And for most importantly, having an open heart. That's hard. That's the fact you're open to it at all is huge. Because I say a lot of stuff on here that makes me look like a bigot and makes it look like really, really mean. And I get that. I get that. I've been in the world. I work in the mental health field. I get it. I'm up here saying I don't believe in homosexuality as being okay. What do you think I'm about to be? My request is at least turn the cross over like Peter asked. Please don't crucify me the same way. I don't want to be sacrilegious. I don't think that's sacrilegious exactly, but at least turn it around. I get it. Like, it's hard. It's hard for me to come up here and say it too. But I'm doing it because I believe it's true. I believe that it is. I'm sorry. That song is going to be stuck in my head for the next 2 days. It's a good song. It's I Believe by for Persona 5 Royal soundtrack if anyone wants to go find. I believe it. I do. And that's why I'm putting it forth, because I love you guys and the Lord loves you too. Wow. If I did not put forth the gospel I believe would save someone's soul, how could I ever say I love that person? I don't. Or I don't love them enough to get over myself and say something that could be hurtful but meaning well. So that's why I say it. That's why I go through all this, is because I love the Lord. I want to share his word, but also because I love you guys and he loves you. He loves you more. Screw my love. He loves you guys so much more than I ever could. I don't even know you. It's not me trying to be mean. I don't know you. I met over online stuff. That's fine. That's fine. That's wonderful. They can be wonderful online relationships, but you know how it is. You don't truly know a person. Even people I know in real life, even my family, I don't truly know 100%. He loves even more than I ever could. And that's why I do it. So, yeah. So that's where it is. And we're seeing that in Joseph and how he's blessed through the belief as well. But it's not easy. As you see for Joseph, it is not easy. He got jailed for no reason, which happens a lot to righteous people and non-righteous people too. But a lot of righteous people get in trouble. It's like whenever a kid in a classroom, I deal with them, it's like, we all got in trouble, but I wasn't talking. And I'm like, yeah, life's not fair. It was never promised in the Bible to be fair. Never. He doesn't even give us the same talents as other people, but he will help us fully and keep to his promise that I will see you through whatever it is you need. I will be with you through all of it. That I promise you. Doesn't matter how much weakness you have, if it's more than other people, which some people have more weaknesses than other people, that's fine. I will work through all of it. No matter if it's a lot or a little, I promise you this, I will be fair in that I will be with you through all of it if you come to me. and humble yourself to me. I will be with you through all of it. Anyway, it is 8:20. I have got to go eat because I got to get up for work tomorrow, which sucks. But I do have a short week this week, by the way, because Good Friday I'm taking off, or at least most of it. So I won't be able to stream on Sunday for sure. And once again, we don't have scheduled streams anymore besides this stuff. But maybe on Friday I can. I'm going to be away on Thursday. I'm actually going with my dad. Does that show where I am? I'm going with my dad to the... No, I can say that. I'm going with my dad to Gainesville for the game to be able to do that. So, yeah. Epsilion. Hi, Epsilion. Oh, you left to walk the dog. Yes, we're wrapping up now. Devotional. Nice. Enjoy the short week. Any plans for Friday? Friday, I'm definitely going to do some devotional stuff on my own, too, because it's Good Friday. But I might do a stream. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a biblical stream too. We might play some Elden Ring, of course, and take some faith, and probably do some biblical stuff as well. I'll see what I can get together. Well, we'll see what I can do. Anyway, J Tony. Oh, hi J Tony. Good to see you. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, but I'm afraid I'm literally about to get off. I'm so sorry. I'm about to get off because I gotta eat. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm afraid you came in at the very end. I'm very sorry about that. But we did just have a pretty good devotional with a lot of good questions from the Vismo and a lot of diving in. So if you want to watch, I know I hate saying this, but if you want to watch the VOD, seriously, it's there. Like, feel free. And J Tony, it's good because tomorrow's a new day. Amen. That's a great mentality, dude. That's awesome. Absolutely, it's great because tomorrow's a new day. But yeah, I'll see guys about getting on Friday for Good Friday. I don't have any plans right now. I'll see about it. But I do want to do some devotional stuff for myself as well, of course. And being Good Friday, the day of Jesus' death on the cross, I definitely probably, want to do something for that. And maybe we could do something on here too. So I'll see what I can do. Maybe we can jump back into Elden Ring for faith. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get off now. Gotta get going for tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. God bless every single one of you. Remember, he does love you so, so much. That's also my aunt's birthday. Oh, well, J Tony, I hope your aunt has a wonderful birthday, and tell her happy birthday from you and from me too. That's a wonderful time. So thank you, Devismo. You too. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. God bless you, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.